As we had last left it off, the party fought their way in further inside this lair of the Slithering Stillness. With abandoned hounding you at the gates, various traps and dangers scattered around this place. You constantly came across creatures, skeletons, abandoned and other such creatures have been frozen this in time, turned to stone. Entering further into this place, you came across a large, massive, almost atrium-like place with various stones, statues scattered around everywhere. There you found a female humanoid creature with snakes for hair, grey skin, dressing, looking at you with confusion and defensiveness. You did not understand what she was saying, however. And before too long, things came to an aggressive start. She seems to be defending her territory from the unknown invaders. So, jumping straight into it, Agnes, you're up first.
I'm gonna come around here.
Yep.
Oh, that's the arrow, not moving. And like I said, a little bit more now. And I'm going to reach up and touch Lismer on the shoulder, and
Okay.
I'm going to say to him, "You've got this. I believe that you've got this. Be as brave as you can possibly be," and cast heroism on him.
Oh. Okay.
I'll stick that in chat. And then
So what's your spellcasting modifier?
+4.
Alright. So at the start of each of your turn, you will gain 4 temporary hit points. You are immune to being frightened.
Yeah.
Very good.
Try not to be scared, because I'm petrified. And I'm gonna come over here.
Is that better? Is that turned up for everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm just gonna move down here.
Alright then. Alright, Vorkris, you're up next.
Roger, Roger. So Vorkris is going to look up, see a big scary Medusa person,
Yep.
and cast Bigby's hand
Okay,
right next to
so
her.
So a gigantic spectral dragonborn hand appears before this individual. What's the range of that? 120 feet, right?
120 feet, yep.
Yeah. Just literally right at the cusp of it then.
Yep. Now, do I get to make a move with it when I summon it or not? Because
Let
normally
me
it says it's not saying it.
double checking Bigby's hand, right?
Oh, no, there you go. When you cast a spell and as a bonus action on your subsequent turn, so yes.
Yeah.
So it is going to try and grapple the Medusa.
Okie dokie.
So, where's my grapple? A huge or smaller creature, use a hand strength score.
+8 on this, isn't it?
Is the Medusa medium or smaller?
She's medium.
Yep, so he gets advantage. So, 2d20, come on. So that's a natural 20. And a 1.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I had the advantage.
Yep. So the hand immediately grapples around her and she can no longer move.
And I'm gonna kind of call out to the rest of the party, protect me! And I'm gonna take one step to the right, and that's me.
Alright then. Okay, so it is her turn.
Why is my
Yeah?
18 why is my 18 at the bottom of the
It's not in order.
Oh, you must have rolled after. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright then, well then, Baruch, you're up next then.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. How important for Chris is it that you can see her?
I believe once I cast it, I think it's okay. but I would probably want to see her so we can start hurling attacks at her as a plan.
Okay, fair enough. Does everybody want to see her? Right.
Sir?
Okay. What I'll do then, I'll shoot one Eldritch. Let me check. I believe. How large are the chimeras? I don't know if that matters.
They
for
are
the-
large.
Large. I'll just check if that matters for my repellent blast.
For large, no. For huge and bigger, no. That it would matter, yes.
Right. Okay. So I'll shoot one Eldritch blast at each.
Okay.
So I will go to my. Right. Sorry, I need to get back into that. So Eldritch blast 1, 2.
Okay.
So left.
13 is a miss, but 22 will definitely hit.
Yeah. Okay. Then that's on the right one then.
Alrighty then. So, the energy blasts forwards, hits this chimera square in its ghost's face, and the subsequent explosion forces it backwards, and it starts flapping its wings, taking to flight 10 feet away.
That's my turn then.
Alright then. So, it is the Medusa's turn. She is going to pull out a longbow that is made from almost, I want to say, like taxidermied rattlesnake, king cobra snake. She draws arrows, which are quite literally chiseled down, like sort of snake fangs, heads, like their bone structures created into actual arrows. She takes aim and she will fire at you, Vorkris. I'll just pop you on there, Jokrits. So you'll go next. Okay. So 1 and 2. So 24 and 11. So 11 will miss.
Yeah, the 24 hits even with shield, so I obviously won't
Okay.
cast shield.
So that is 5 piercing damage plus 8 poison damage. As the snake's head burrows into you, you can see the venomous parts of its fangs are still imbued into it, and you can feel it burn within you.
Ow. Oh, fantastic. Well, there goes
And-
my only plan.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh my goodness! I did not expect that. Okay, so with that, Vorkris breaks his concentration on Bigby's hands, and she's released, and you just see her, and then she slithers away, jumps off and into the water, and she swims down with an unnatural swimming speed, and you lose sight on her.
Now we're
Joe
fucked,
Bricks, you're up.
guys.
Okay, so sorry about some confusion, but I had less. Apparently, I left last session. So we know that this. Do we know this creature's name? This Medusa?
You do not know that she is called a Medusa, but
No.
you just know that she is the Slithering Stillness.
Okay.
She is snaky bitch.
Yeah.
Snaky bitch. Snaky bitch. Let's see. That's not going to help. So we have. What are these other things? We have chimeras, 2 chimeras. And what are these other things that are near us?
These are petrified chulls.
Oh, they're petrified, so they're effectively incapacitated.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just catching up. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Bear with me. Yeah. I was thinking of things I could do to Medusa. Now she slithered away. immediately before my turn, and I was like, oh, plan A, B, and C. A, B, and C are out the window. Okay. All right.
You're
I'll
telling
just
me.
try. While I gather my thoughts and everything, I'll just firebolt one of the time.
All right, then make an attack roll. Left or right one?
Am I able to tell which one's taking more damage? You think?
The one that's just one of them on the right just got blown away by one of the Eldritch Blasts, and that's the only real damage it's taken.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
All right. 13, unfortunately, is a miss. The firebolt goes past one in the air and hits into the wall behind it. So a bit of rock fall off into the water below.
Literally in game and out of game, gathering my thoughts. I think I'll just. I don't think there's anything really to hide behind, is there?
Well, there's a little bit of cover behind the statues there, or not the statues. The statues, but the columns as well.
Yeah. I'll probably move up and then maybe just try to duck behind one of these columns,
Right,
these snake-like looking columns. Thank you.
Okay, so on the walls, here, and here, like in the walls / like where it curves into the ceiling, or rather large circular holes open up. You can see a bit of stagnant water actually fall out of it for about hot couple of seconds before it just like pours, like it just starts dripping, and those holes have just opened up now. 4 of them. It's the Chimera's turn. The Chimera will going to utilize its flying speed of 60 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay. 15-foot cone, yeah? Right, so this one is going to dash. And it's going to land here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. This one is going to take the dodge action. Right, Lisma, you're up.
I'm gonna go stand between Volkus and Joprix and slash away at this damn thing.
All right, make
Or
a attack roll.
attempt to slash away at this damn thing.
That's a hit.
24.
Again.
8 damage. And I'll
Eight
slash
slashing
again.
Okay.
12.
12 is unfortunately it's a miss. Actually, as you rush up towards this creature, the lion head roars at you. You throw out your sword, you cut it across its face. It just sort of reels backwards. You go again for the goat head, but it whacks at you, your sword away with its horns on the head, preventing you from actually cutting into it.
Nice.
All right. Anything else for you, Lisma?
No, that'll be my turn.
All right. Okay, so from the water, you can see ripples come up to the sides, here and here, as if something was moving in there. Joya Lee, it's your turn.
I'd like to cast Polymorph on the Chimera that is furthest away from the rest of the party.
Okay, what are you going to pull him off into?
He's going to turn into a tiny little very cute house cat.
Okie dokie. Alright, so he needs to make a wisdom saving throw, is that right?
DC 15.
17.
Ah.
So you bring up the spell in your hand, you throw it out, and you can see this creature's body shift and shape, but then it throws off the effect, and it is not altered.
Okie dokie.
Sorry about that. That was a good one, but okay. Anything else from you, Joy Lee?
No, I think I'm good. I'm good here
Alright.
where I am.
All right then, Cora, you're up.
This dude next to me is turned to stone.
Petrified. Yes.
Petrified. Okay. All right. So I don't like it. I think the first thing I'm going to do is cast Spirit Guardians. Thanks. Cast Spirit Guardians around
All right then.
us. Thank you. Let me put on my little aura. Oh. Okay. And so then I will move up 1,
Yep.
10, 15, 20, right in here. This is the one that you attempted to put polymorph on, right, Joylee?
Yep.
I will then cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Keep in mind that that one has also taken the dodge action.
Yeah, this one is dodging
Yeah.
at the moment, so all attacks against it at a disadvantage.
I will cast spiritual weapon. I'm going to. Vorkris had said protect me, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, only so I
right
didn't lose
here.
my hand.
Oh well,
Kind of irrelevant now.
Cora didn't realize that's what you meant, but she heard protect you, so
Thank you,
she's going to
Cora.
try and swipe at this one, but I think a 13 misses.
All righty then.
Yeah, is that accurate?
13 will be a miss, yes, unfortunately. You swing, and the creature sees it coming, is able to sort of flap its wings away, bringing the weapon down, twing, off of this stone floor.
Just as a point of note, she will be averting her eyes and holding up her very shiny shield because somebody used prestidigitation to make them all gleamy, and she'll be
All right.
holding that up.
All right. Agnes, you're up.
Can I see the top of this chimera over here?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm down the stairs. That's what I was wondering.
You can
I'm
definitely
gonna.
see him.
Can I see this one? I don't think the pillars are going to be in. I think the pillars are going to be in the way. I'm not going to be able to see.
Well,
that
he's
one.
in the air at the moment, so yes, you can.
Okay, I'm going to come over here and try and hide behind Jolie and the stairs.
All right, make a stealth roll.
Hang on. Close my character sheet again. 13?
13. Chimera. No, unfortunately, that does not beat their passive perception. They've got very high passive perception, actually.
But
So
I
they
know
can
I'm
still see you.
awesome. I know that I'm awesome, so I believe that I'm hidden, and I'm gonna try and shoot it with a hand crossbow.
All right, make an attack roll. Is that the one that's ahead of you, or the one by
The one
Vorpus?
ahead, the one over here.
All right. Make an attack roll. Oh, 15. That is definitely a hit. Yeah. Sneak attack
I
applies,
do
by the way.
get sneak.
Yeah.
I always. There are other numbers in between, but I'm just yeah.
All right, so you fire the bolt, boom, and it hits a square in the dragon side of the face. Not enjoy that.
And I'm gonna move to the other side of the stairs. It's like
Okay.
just I can't remember what walking it is, where you're really low and just your legs are going. Just try and move to the other side.
All right. Orcris, it's your turn.
Okay, so Vorkris was concentrating down the end and making sure his big hand was working fine, and then suddenly hands vanished. This guy's landed right next to him. There's kind of like an instant reaction. He's just going to turn around and like necrotic grasp him, or vampiric
Alright.
touch him. But I like calling it necrotic grasp.
Okay. Melee spell attack.
Vampiric touch. 25.
Oh, that's definitely a hit, yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. You reach forward, you grab onto the lion's face, and you just suck the energy out of it. You can see its veins pop out as it just sort of recoils away in fear and agony.
And I'd very much love to back away, but I'm very scared of it, so I'm not going to. And I'll stay right
Okay.
here.
Balak, you're up.
Right. I am going to mind sliver the one that's closest to us. So the one
Alright.
that Fortress and Joppers and
Alright.
Lismer are fighting. So it needs to
Okay.
make DC
Intelligence saver?
16. Yeah.
It's dumb as a post. Ooh.
There we go. So it takes 6 psychic damage, and
Lovely.
it has to subtract a D4 from its next saving throw before the end of my turn.
Very good. So as you cast the spell, you can see their heads sort of recoil, and you see the goat's head just go in pain. Okay. Would you like to move anywhere?
No, I'll stay just hidden behind that doorpost and looking
Alrighty
in
then.
when it's my turn.
Okie dokie.
Jack, I have a quick question for you on Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
It says when it takes damage when I wanted to do this.
And it
When a
enters,
creature,
starts
the
its turn
area,
or enters it for the first time. Yes.
right? So it entered it because I moved into it. Should it have taken damage then?
No, it will take damage at the start of its turn.
Yeah, but then what does when it enters the area for the first time?
That's
it moves
if
into
it
your
moves
area.
into it. Like, it can't take damage from the spell twice in a round, basically.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
No worries. Okay. Right, the Medusa has moved. Joe Pricks, you're up.
Doprix is going to attempt to web the Chimera next.
Oh, okay. Dexterity saving throw, right?
I'll put it in the chat. Let's see.
It's not particularly dexterous.
And it gets a penalty of the D4 from the mind stone.
That's right, yeah. 8, so that's a fail anyway.
Okay. All right. It worked.
Yep, 7. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, so sticky, explosive sponges of web over that immediate area behind it, wrapping around the Chimera and restraining it.
And I'm going to have Joprix, Jack Sparrow run all the way over behind Agnes.
It'll take the attack of opportunity at disadvantage then.
Okay.
So it's going to try and headbutt you with the goat's head.
Uh-oh.
19 on the disadvantage.
19. I may apply a shield. Let me
Okay.
see. I'm at.
So-
I should be at 16. I think. Plus with mage armor. What is it, mage armor? Trying to do simple math and I can't do it on the weekend. Let me see. Mage armor. Mage armor. I've got mage armor up. I think it puts me at a 16. Let me see. 13 plus my dex modifier, which is 3. Yeah, 16. So
16,
if I shield it, that'll negate it.
You want to shield it?
I think I'm just going to. Are you going to intercept it, Liam?
Yeah. Intercept it.
Oh, you are? Okay. Thank you. I guess that makes my decision.
All right then. So the horn reaches out. 11 bludgeoning damage. Lisma gets in the way with his shield. To sort of whack it across the face, trying to divert the damage. So that reduces it. Nice. To 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 bludgeoning damage against you, Joprix.
Okay, take it.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw for Web, please?
Oh yeah, I didn't even consider that. Right. Let's see. I'll do the con save first.
AC 10. So yeah, you're good.
Hey.
All right, so it is still restrained. Okay.
That's
All
my
right.
turn.
Okay. In the holes that opened up last round, you can hear a slight, wet kind of gurgling noise. Something like echoing out of each of the 4 holes, like something was sliding or rolling down. It's something not. It doesn't sound good. It's the Chimera's turn. So the Chimera right in front of you, the head, or the dragon head, is going to sort of roar backwards and then breathe out fire in a 15-foot cone. It's going to get Lisma, Cora, and Joya Lee. Actually, not Joya Lee. Just Lisma and Cora.
It's going to take Spirit Guardian's damage first.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So it needs to make the Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Natural 20, and that's with a disadvantage.
Definitely a natural 20.
So it still takes
Half damage.
3d8.
So
7.
that's 7 points of lovely. Okay, so I need Lisma and Cora to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oof, my sheet does not like me.
Oh, that's 2 fails. So both of you will take the brunt of this fire damage. 31 points of fire damage on the both of you. And Cora, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? If the DC will be still be 10, actually. I think. No. No, that's yeah. It's a save anyway. Yeah, so you saved anyway. Okay. Now this Chimera here is going to fly up here, and it's going to breathe down onto Agnes and Joprix. So can both of you make dexterity saving throws, please? Joprix, you fail. Agnes, you succeed. Joprix, did you want to apply an important roll to that?
I'd like to lucky it.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
It's coming. Ah.
I guess it doesn't matter.
So, Joprix, you're just overwhelmed by this barrage of flame. Agnes, you see what just happened. You're able to duck down enough so the flames only half get you. So that's 36 fire damage to you, Joprix. And, what's that? Half at 15, 16, 20, 18 fire damage to you, Agnes.
My hair's on fire.
I'm assuming that other Chimera burned the web away. How does that
No,
work?
no, because I assume you placed the web behind him, so he's breathing
Okay.
ahead of him onto Lisbeth and Cora, so the flames
I'll
didn't
make
actually get him.
All right, so I'll have to make a con save.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, AC's pretty high actually.
Nice.
I think that's what you need actually.
Yeah,
20.
18 DC.
Yeah. And with that, the Chimera is going to fly up.
How
And
much of
continue
it
that way.
needed to be in my Spirit Guardians to take damage?
Where did he get to? Here.
He was in that. Nope, he was down there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's part of the space. So yeah, he'll make the wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
He's never seen spirit guardians before, so why would he fear it? 17 on the save.
I believe that makes it. So just
Okay.
7.
So it's 7
Yeah.
damage.
Because mine was
And
17.
Right.
Bleh.
He will fly out to about here or so as he sort of circles around. Lisma, you're up.
Wasn't he still getting the damage, half damage? Or is it still the same damage from before?
Oh no, no, it's a different character, different creatures, a different role. But it's still 14 damage anyway. Well, half.
Oh,
of it,
right,
so.
yeah, sorry. I missed that. Yeah.
So I'm just going to slash again. See if I can
All right then.
do anything to it.
25 is a hit. Nice, 7 slashing damage.
And again.
And there's another hit. Yeah.
And with that one, I want to add goading attack to it.
Okay. 11 slashing. You start circling around the Chimera as it tries to bite into you with its dragon's head and its lion's head. You're just cutting into the body itself, creating large, massive gashes on the side of it. That's another 3 points of damage, isn't it, on that D8?
Yeah, ignore that last roll bit. But
Right. No worries.
and it's got to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
So this was 8. So that's a fail.
Okay. Now it has disadvantage on all attacks until my next turn.
Well, it's disadvantaged anyway because it's restrained.
Can't you have
Oh,
double disadvantage?
technically, you have advantage on the attacks against it because he's restrained. Do you just want to fish for crits?
What do you mean?
Well, he's restrained, so you have advantage against him. So, do you want to re-roll those 2 attack rolls just to see if you get the natural 20?
Sure. I guess at least if he breaks free, he's still got disadvantage. So
Exactly, yeah.
where is it?
Nope. And no, no worries. Okay, so is that everything from you, Lisma?
Yep, that's everything.
All right. Hey, Goprix, your passive perception can catch something big underneath the water coming up over here. It'll probably break the surface next round.
Hey, something's going on over here, guys. Incoming, I think, on the starboard side.
Joelle, you're up.
Okay, abandoning the polymorph for now, I'm going to cast Moonbeam on the Chimera that everybody is fighting.
Alrighty then.
So that's that one. At level 2.
So,
And that's a Constitution save.
Constitution save. Okay.
Yes.
That shows the area. So it starts at 10. So what will happen is the Chimera will take its damage at the start of its turn.
Yeah.
Similar to how Spirit Guardians works. But yes, so a beam of purplish-like moonlight erupts from the air above it, and immediately just starts slamming it down. Like Vorkris, you can just feel your cloak billow without you commanding it to do so. Lisma, your hair is like being blasted on the back of your head.
You're like Futurama when Fry uses the jet engines to dry his hair, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Did you want to move anywhere, Joily?
Again, no, I'm just going to stick where I am, out of range of breath from anything nasty.
Alrighty then. Cora, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to try and hit that thing with my spiritual weapon. To start.
You have advantage on the attack.
Okay. 1 and 2.
Oh,
so
22 will definitely hit. So that's 7 force damage on it.
Knowing that Joe Prick said something was coming from the other side, I'm going to take a second and move this preemptively the 20 feet, 10, 15, 20.
All right.
And then I am going to I think I'm going to use it will automatically, because it's restrained, it automatically fails a dex save. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
So then I'm going to call down Sacred Flame on that
Oh,
Chimera.
nice.
So
6 radiant damage.
that sucks.
Unfortunately. So the flame underneath the creature, it just starts trying to roll out of the way, but the web fastens it into place. And because it's a holy fire and also a fire, the webs do not erupt, releasing it. So it's still restrained.
Awesome. That's it, because I don't know what's coming from over here. And I know that she went into the water, although Kristen doesn't think that it's her. She's just going to be like moving her shield kind of that way.
All right, so you're looking in that direction. Is that correct?
No, my shield is over there. I'm still keeping my eyes downcast, but I'm more over towards where the chimera was that I just hit. That's where my gaze is.
So, when you say downcast, you mean like you're looking down? At the
Yeah,
moment?
like my eyes, it instead of looking straight, they would be looking more towards my feet.
Right. Okay. Okay. Agnes, you're up.
I'd like to go over. I'm going to say, Joe Pricks, where did you see it? I'm just waiting for a point, for a direction.
Over here to the right. Over in the water. I think it's in the water. It's coming up.
And I'm going to come over here and come. Am I up or am I down at the moment?
You're going down.
I'm going to come behind this light thing, and I'm going to try and hide behind the light from whatever is in the water.
Okay. Make a stealth roll.
Stealth.
You can see a shadow in that water, just so you know.
Yeah, and I'm going to prepare an action to hand crossbow. It's all loaded, ready to go. So as soon as I see anything that isn't like once it comes out the water, it's going to get a hit, basically.
Okie dokie. Chris, you're up.
Chris is going to stay with this kind of. Yes.
You're a little quiet, Chris.
Sorry, that's because my mic was at the top of my head.
And
I'm just going to do my vampiric touch on him again.
All right. Attack at advantage.
17.
That's a hit.
Yay. And take 9 points of necrotic.
Oh, lovely jubbly. So as you reach out, you grab onto the dragon's head, and you can see its scales like fall off as this creature is now looking really rough.
Begone, foul beast! And that's me.
All right, Baluk, you're up.
I'll just mind sliver it again.
Okay.
The same one, knowing that it's also in that beam, so it would help, I hope.
0.
That's an impressive save. There we go.
Bricks. Oh, that's pretty good. Nice. 9 psychic damage. You can see the lion's head just go. It's trying futilely to get away from you guys at the moment. It's really feeling the pain.
I
realise it's taking psychic damage.
I'm just going to take one step further into this corner. There we go. And then yeah, with the intention of when my next turn comes, I'll just see what's happening then, because I
Alright.
don't know what is going to appear next, so I'm
Okay.
looking for some safety.
Right. It's Medusa's turn. From the pillar in the center, a slot opens out and you can see a snake-like creature roll out of it. She's going to stare at all of you. With her... She's going to take the dodge action, actually. Yeah, that's what she's going to do.
Which pillar, Jack, is she coming from?
That one there.
Oh, okay, I see her now.
Yeah. Right, Jobrix, it's your turn.
Okay, so
So you have heard something erupt from behind you.
okay. These I'm assuming these are like snake flints or something like that.
Yes, that's right. Yes,
Okay. And then are these are columns?
they are columns. Yes.
So conceivably, I'd be able to sneak through this little the passage around
Correct.
the.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that'll be my plan is to sneak through here. 5 and 15.
Can I just
Look up
confirm
at
where
the.
you're looking at the moment? Are you looking?
I'm
that
looking
way?
at the chimera because my plan is to get after the chimera.
All right then.
My plan is to use a portent of 7 and apply the blinded spell to this guy. Apply portent to his roll, to his save.
Okay. So is that Constitution saving throw, right?
Yes.
Right, so he has a +4 to it. So if you make it automatically make it a 7, so that brings it to 11. So that does not beat your thing. So yeah, you can see the creatures, all 6 of its eyes, immediately gloss over with a pussy kind of crystallized like substance that creates it and makes it go blind.
Then I would probably try to duck back the way I came. So 5,
Okay.
10, 15, and then end it there. That's my turn.
Okay. Right. So in the back walls, you see 4 heads pop out and roll out, and they just start floating there. They begin to glisten around, and you can see gigantic eyeballs and stalks on the end of them. They are ruined, fleshy-like creatures, clearly dead, but changed. Mr. Chimera's turn. Oh shit, I just ran out bloody... hold up. Battery in my... mouse. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so this one is completely blind. And it's going to keep on flowing the way it was going. It's going to make a perception check at disadvantage to try and see where it's going, or try to detect where it's going at least. So I'm going to say it wastes its entire go trying to maneuver its way outside of the columns so it doesn't crash into them. But that's all that one is going to do on this turn. This one here needs to roll a d6. He has gotten his fire breath back. So he is going
He needs
to
to make a
breathe
wisdom
in.
save.
Oh, yes, you are right.
Constitution save.
Oh, yes, you are right.
So he
15.
The
Hit
first
him
one
in
needs
your
to,
24.
chat.
takes 11
Doesn't
from
know-
mine.
the first one needs to subtract a d4 as well.
Oh, yeah, so it's definitely a fail on the Spirit Guardians then. So that's 11 damage. Very good. And now 24 on save, so that saves against the Moonbeam, but go ahead and roll damage. Takes half damage.
Yeah, and it takes 2d10, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say about the chat board, Chris?
13.
Did I say anything about the
half,
chat?
Oh, I thought you did. I'm
6.
making stuff up. It's fine.
Okay, so Cora and Joy together, you turn and you focus on this chimera as it's just going out to break out of its restraints. You combine your power together, and the Spirit Guardians, the little vicious little squirrel creatures, circle around the moonbeam, and they become together, instead of a purplish light, they become like a divine light that just speaks downwards and just completely incinerates that chimera. So that's all it can do. Lisma, you're up.
You.
I am gonna go stand next to this thing, but I'll be keeping my eyes to the ground and shield pointing towards her. And I'm going to take the dodge action.
Right. So, can I confirm that you are not looking at her?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So,
I also use my bonus action just to second wind.
all right then. So, Agnes, you can see a large reptilian creature come to the surface and pop out of the water.
Do like the
They'll
whole
activate your action.
Rambo scream.
It does. It definitely doesn't see you, by the way. Roll again, just to see if you get the crit. 24, so that is 11 damage. So the bolt flies forward into the large open mouth of this huge crocodile. It did not enjoy that, but it is out on here, as it is the same on that side. Right, Joy Lee, you're up.
I'm going to use an action to move my moonbeam over top of the Gorgon, please.
You mean the Medusa?
Yes, the Medusa, sorry.
All right. So you'll have to be looking at her general direction in order to move it that way. I confirm that you're not trying to look at her. Is that right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be trying to look at like Lisma's feet and use those as my guide as to where I'm gonna put the moonbeam.
Okay. Right. Hold on. Right, I want you just to make a perception check just to make sure you get the placement right. Because you can't see the precise moment or precise place of where you're trying to put the spell. All right. I will say you can envelop her, but Lisma will probably get caught in the crossfire as well. Is it a 10-foot radius or a 5-foot radius?
5 feet.
5 feet.
It's 5.
Yeah.
All right, you can put it over her, but I'll give her advantage on her save.
Okie dokie.
No, that don't work. Advantage on Constitution saves. It's hard to measure how accurate you can put this because you're not looking at her, and the spells, many spells specifically say point you see. So,
Just check on the exact wording. It just says centered on a point within range. It doesn't say that I have to be able to see the point.
up to 60 feet in a direction. Huh. And yeah, I mean, if it's within the spell, if it's within the text of the spell, then yeah, sure, I will allow it. No problem.
Yeah, it just says point within range, not that I have to be able to see it, so.
No worries. Okay, then. Cora, you're up. I confirm that you are averting your gaze from it.
Yep, still same thing. I had, just reeling from this chimera dying, and then seeing whatever the hell this thing is popping up over its shoulder. Is that seaweed? Like, does it just look like a regular big ass crocodile? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Well, I think first what she needs to do is she needs to touch herself.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Ow. Okay. So there's that for her. And then I think she is going to shift where her shield is.
Yep.
And move it over towards that way. And then second thing she's going to do is, because she doesn't see the one behind her, I think she's going to say shit and move her spiritual weapon back over towards this guy. 20
All right.
feet. And then I think she wants to take a step or two back.
Okay. Right. Agnes, it's your turn.
I am going to try and send a dissonant whispers towards this crocodile to try and make it hear
Things.
dead
That's
crocodiles. I don't know. I'm
is
going
it a
with it.
wisdom save? Is it a wisdom save?
It is a
Yes.
Yeah. It's not a seek save,
Oh.
so it will
So
take
that's
9 psychic damage.
okay. Right. Because this has never happened before. How do you want to kill that crocodile with dissonant whispers?
I just want to kind of like, normally it's like the whispers of like dead women, but this time it's like dead women mixed with a few like flapping fish and stuff, because it's obviously a crocodile and kills fish. So it's like it's like haunted by the amount of fish and things it's eaten, and it just dies.
Yeah. So the crocodile contemplates its existence of basically always having to live in a place where it can't look at its master, feeding from the scraps, and realizing just how pathetic it is and all the things it's had to eat just to survive, and just gives up.
Just kind of just like, what it was
The
swimming
crocodile
and then
drowns itself.
it just
Yeah,
like
it just rolls
no
onto its
more.
back. It just rolls onto its back and just goes. Bleh.
I'm going to look very pleased with myself and come over to Joe Pricks and be like, killed it, it's fine now, and come back up the stairs. And come up the stairs.
That was
with me.
quick.
Yeah. He didn't want to
Agnes,
live, it's fine.
Well
Can I
done.
confirm that you are? Can I confirm that you are diverting your gaze from the Slithering Stillness?
I would probably glance up to see there is something there, but I would not like be looking directly. If I see it there, I wouldn't look directly at its face, for example. If I glance and see feet, then I might stop looking.
Aye.
Because I'm coming up the stairs.
Okay. Or Chris, can I confirm that you are not looking at this Medusa?
No, but I would have seen her out of the corner of my eye and plan on heading in that direction. But I'm basically going to be focusing on like that side of the pillar and just running towards that point.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then with my like cloak I'm going to wrap my cloak over my head, and then like looking out the bottom of the cloak, I'm going to grab her leg and try and vampiric touch her.
All right, make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Sure, this will go well. No, it will not.
You reach out what you think is her leg, and you grab what appears to be just a tiny little statue's.
I will suck the life out of this pillar.
It's just the only thing that's left is the feet on this statue, and you grab that, and that's all there is.
Okay, but yes, I will now, making sure I am not looking at her.
All right. Look, can I confirm that you are not looking at this creature?
Well, no, I'm sort of keeping an eye on this specific door area, but not beyond it.
Okay.
I will. Just thinking what I can do without looking too far into it. Would I have had like water splashing off the crocodile coming up? Or?
You can hear water splashing, yes. But you can't currently see anything because you're basically in the other room at the moment.
Yeah. So just looking down, I'll walk this way. Then I'll glance to where that crocodile is, and upon seeing that it is not stone gazy, I'll look at that and I'll Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
So I'll just
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a second. Almost there.
17 is a hit on the crocodile.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll damage for that one.
6 force damage.
And then I'll send my second one towards it as well.
Okay. Natural 20 is definitely a hit, yeah. Right, so you rolled 6, doubled to 12, plus the 4 equals 15. Alright, so as this crocodile... as this crocodile is swimming out of the of the water, you pop around, see it come out, and you're like, nope, you throw 2 Eldritch Blasts down there. The first one blasts it back into the water, and the second one blows its head apart.
Right. And then I'll just walk behind the pillar again. I'll keep an eye again on this immediate door area, but not beyond it.
Alrighty then. So, it is the Medusa's turn. So, as you were not looking at her, Vorkris, and because she can see that Lisma is currently dodging, but also not looking at her, which cancels out the disadvantage, she will... Oh, yes. Thank you very much for reminding me.
No worries.
11.
And that's...
Oh, no!
That's some high level damage there.
Oh, dear. So, yeah, she gets
A natural one.
singed. She gets singed on her elbow. Right, she's going to reach out towards Vorkris at advantage with her 3 attacks. She pulls out a snake-like curved sword, and her snakes for her hair reach forward to bite her, or bite him. So,
How mean.
14, 23, and 15.
The 23 hits.
Right, so that's 5 piercing damage against you.
Ah!
And then she is going to slither away back into the pillar. Lisma and Vorkris, you can have attacks at disadvantage.
Can I add superiority die to a attack of opportunity?
Well, I'm so glad I got disadvantage again.
Sorry, what did you say, Liam?
Can I add a superiority die to attack of opportunity?
I can't see why not.
Cool. Let's see if it hits first.
You swing with your quarterstaff, Orcris, and you just hit solid on the pillar. 10 is a miss, if you want to apply a superiority die to that.
But it doesn't matter. The superiority die would only happen if it hit.
Alright, so you swing out, ping, and you hit the pillar in front of you as the creature slithers back into it, and you both hear a small bloop. That is the sound of something hitting water. Dobrix, you're up.
So it looks as though I can place a fireball in such a way that it'll get two of these. I don't know what they are. Colder looking. If I place it right in the middle of the ones on the right. So it's
Yeah.
basically here. Should be able to get two of them. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place a fireball. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah. So it's 2 dex saves, isn't it? So
Yes.
hold on. 1 and 10.
What was it? 8d6?
That's right, yes. So you see these creatures over there, and you throw out the fireball.
Six. Are the ones in there?
Nice. Well, still 25 damage each.
And that would have
You
just
see
been
them
kind of this.
like get blown back into the walls by the explosion. Part of their flesh just falls off, being singed and burnt.
And that would have just been me kind of like popping out and popping back in again, basically.
Righto.
Using
Okay.
them. And I think that's my turn.
All right. It is these zombies' turn. Five, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. Hold up. I've just realised that what they can do doesn't have a range. I'm just checking on range. Ah, yes, within 60 feet. Lovely. Did not have that on my sheet. They didn't. Okay. So yeah, it will then dash 5 down. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, they're big heads.
Right. Yeah, it is the Chimera's turn. The Chimera is going to land down onto the ground, so it stops crashing. It's going to re-roll its d6. It gets its fire breath back. It's going to make a perception check to see if it can smell something near it. Yes, it can. It can smell the sweat and the fear of Lisbon and Vorkris. So it's going to move over that way, and it's just going to breathe out its fire towards you two. So can you both make dexterity saving throws, please?
Did not mean to do that at advantage.
Oh, you both fail. So it's 17. So you both take 42 points of fire damage. And I believe that will knock out your vampiric touch, Vorkris, won't it? Alright. Lisma, you're up.
Stand next to this guy and slash at him.
Alright. Make the attack rolls.
Probably cursing at him for the damage.
Lisma, are you keeping track of your temporary hit points as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
21 is a hit. You don't have disadvantage. You don't have. Are you? You don't have disadvantage since you are looking
Yeah,
at this
I
creature.
added it earlier and forgot to remove it. Hang on.
27 then. You know that's a natural 20. You rolled a natural 20.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rolled a 20. Yeah.
Nice.
A natural 20. Lovely. Ah.
So what's that? Roll damage and double it, isn't it?
No, so six. That's 3 to 6 plus the 3. So that's 9 points of slashing damage against it.
If you were to add a superiority die to this, would that also get doubled?
Yes, it would, because it's not modified damage.
Okay. I will go ahead and do that then. I'm going to add a guided attack.
Nice. Just keep in mind that this chimera is also blinded at the moment, so all attack rolls are at advantage.
Cool. 1d8. So 4 extra damage, and then also
Double to 8. That's double to 8.
8 damage, and then wisdom save and throw for the disadvantage on attacks. I know he's got disadvantage anyway, but just in case.
11. Yeah, he's double disadvantaged.
So then I'm gonna attack him again, feeling confident.
All right. Okay, advantage.
Crits
4 and
24.
Oh, yeah, that hits them. Yeah.
Cool. And 10 damage.
10 slashing damage. Lovely. You cut into it. It sort of reels up in its back legs, swipes at you with its lying like claws, but you just bring up your shield and just stab underneath it, doing some pretty good damage against it.
Cool. That's the end of my turn.
All right. It is the crocodile's turn. There are more in the water, and one of them needs to make a Constitution saving throw. That is a fail. So something starts happening to that creature. All right, Joya Lee, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna move up to. Hang on. Let me just grab the ruler again. Yeah, here. And then I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip against the Chimera that Lisma's up against. That's blind.
All right.
And do I get advantage? It's a ranged spell attack.
You have advantage because it's blinded. Yes.
So
20 definitely hits.
And it takes so 1d6 piercing. Excellent.
Oof.
And I'm gonna. Is it large or smaller?
It is large.
Can I pull it into my moonbeam, please?
Yeah, of course. How much can you drag it by? Up to 15 feet?
10 feet. So if I
10
can pull
feet.
it closer to my moonbeam, if not into
Yeah.
my moonbeam.
So you basically just yank on it. This tiny little creature yanks on this huge monster, pulling it forwards, and it goes crashing into the pillar, and part of its wings starts getting incinerated by the moonbeam. So it'll take its damage at the start of its turn. All
And yeah,
right.
that's me done.
All right. Cora, you're up.
All right. So new plan. I was moving my spiritual weapon over towards the crocodile, which is now
Dead.
been blasted apart. I'm
Yep.
going to move my spiritual weapon up to the chimera
Okay.
and make an attack against it. What?
Keep on forgetting to roll Constitution saving throws at the end of its turn to resist get over the blindness effects.
2, so 11 force damage.
Nice.
On it. And then I'm going to look at some of my spiritual weapons, my spirit guardians, and
Yep.
I'll say, call forth the rabbit. And I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead, but it's gonna sound like a rabbit scream.
What's a rabbit scream sound like?
It's terrible. You should listen to it. It's terrible.
Like that? Or
like
something?
it's like a screech that I would rather listen to my kids scream than that. It's
Well,
a
you
wisdom
two don't know.
save. Yeah, it's terrible.
Right, so Chimera wisdom save 9. So that's a fail.
Awesome. So that is, I believe, 2d12. 10 points of necrotic damage. Necrotic?
Ooh,
Necrotic.
lovely. 10 points of necrotic damage. You can just hear this rabbit scream call out, which pierces all of your ears as you see the Chimera's body sort of become lesser.
And I'm just kind of gonna bring my shield forward to protect me. Just for clarification, she's popping out of the top of these columns, or they have like some sort of hole
So
in the
she's
center of them?
so basically there are slits and holes that she's slithering through in the center of them.
Okay. And then her looking at Lismer's shield didn't do anything to her?
She wasn't looking at this shield.
Oh, I just assumed she was when she was attacking him, but
No, she was attacking Volcrus.
All right. All right. Well, then she's still, as long as Cora knows that that's not a dumb option, Cora's still going to try and keep her head under her shield. All right. That's
Okay.
me.
All right. Agnes, you're up.
I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna try and shoot this Chimera right here. Keep want to try and call it a Chimecha, but it's a Chimera. 20?
20 definitely hits, yeah. Sneak attack applies. Oh, but you have advantage because he's blinded.
Yeah, try again. It's still a 20. This, so the 8 plus the 6.
It's a very high-pitched rabbit scream, wow. Okay, so it's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 14 damage against him. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So the arrow flies forward, hits it into the to the goat's side of the head. Did not enjoy that.
And then I'm gonna come over this side.
Aye.
And just wave at Cora.
Hi.
Vorkus is going to reach out again with a new vampiric touch, seeing as you made my last one go away like a mean little fire-breathing bastard. Oh my fucking god.
I'm sorry, but 13 is a miss. You reach outwards,
Yeah.
but the tail just whips around and just whacks your hand away.
That was at level 4, by the way, as well. Just so you know, next
no.
time. Well, it's still. I still keep it. I'm still concentrating on it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And that's
right.
me.
Look, you're up.
Right, so I'll go come in here again, have a quick glance. I see a Chimera in a moonbeam surrounded by my allies, but I also see these two horrid monstrosities that I'm not quite sure what to make out of.
They look like amalgamations of aberrations.
Yeah. So I'm just going to, shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts on the one on the left.
Alright then, make an attack roll.
Just sort of, I'm not happy with these things.
22 is a hit, and 20 is a hit.
And
Nice. 27 points of force damage against him.
yeah, and I'll blow it back as far as I can.
Yeah. So he's blasted backwards into that pillar, bobs around, and goes back a little bit further over there. So.
Mm-hmm. And I'll go back into my snug little corner here.
Hey.
Yeah.
Alright, it is Medusa's turn. Medusa is going to make a stealth roll. 8. So, what that means is she is going to burst out from one of the pillars, but you guys are not surprised by this. And that is her turn. Goprix. I assume you're averting your gaze from this creature that you're not surprised by.
I am. I'm focusing on a different point.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Sickening Radiance and center it over here. Oh, sorry. One button. Basically right here. It's a 30-foot radius, so I'm looking at pretty much all those beasties except for the Chimera and Lismer. They're out of the range. So Sickening Radiance. I'll put it in the chat, and
Yep.
I'm going to apply the portent to the Medusa.
Right.
It's a 9, and I don't know if it'll work, but
Well, it will take they'll do their saving throws at the start of their turn.
right. Which at least for the beholders, it'll be for all intents and purposes it's now because they're next.
Okay, so unless you want to move anywhere, it is the beholder zombie's turn.
So they have to make a DC. That should be 16. Yeah, it should be 16. I don't know why it's
20 and 10.
hit one.
So this one over here fails, the one that you previously burned. So he'll take the full damage.
It's 40-10 radiant
Yep.
and a level of exhaustion.
Oh. So he has got disadvantage on all ability checks, is that right? Yeah.
Yes. 23 damage.
Very nice. And the other one takes half damage.
Do you want me to roll for that and then?
No. I'll just use the same damage.
Okay.
So that will be 11 damage. Yep.
And that should have gotten all 4 of them and Medusa.
Oh yes. So I'll just roll for the other 2 beholders.
Yep.
Ah!
All right.
Nice. So, a burst of bubble-like energy boom, washes out and envelops over these 4-like heads who react very poorly to this.
So it that effect I think just stays there as long as I maintain concentration. So we'll have to. I'll tell everybody don't go towards that light. It's like a greenish light, and it'll be that entire. So basically centered from here out 30 feet. I don't know if you have an effect that you can put on there just so we can see it.
Circle. Hold up. So from here to there, to there. It'd have to be there then. 5, 30. Yeah. So on that spot there. So basically that range there. Okay, alright. So at the start of their turn, the one closest to Medusa, with exceptionally poor passive perception, is going to have to make a constitution saving throw, as it does look at the thing that has just appeared before it. It makes the save, so nothing happens on this particular occasion. 5, 10, 15, 20. Hold up.
I'm sorry, Jack. Can I retcon just a little? Can I retcon just a little bit of movement? I didn't even.
Yeah, sure.
Just gonna. I basically
1,
5 feet.
1,
That's it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Cora, a eye ray comes shooting out from one of the eyes on the stalk. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes. My shield doesn't do anything to do that against
No. No.
that.
So it strikes you and it just sort of envelops over your body.
Doke.
It's a fail. You, as you are struck by the sickly green energy, you feel your body lock up, freeze. You are paralyzed for 1 minute. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of each of your turn.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. 6. So I think that might be... Right. Okay, Jawpricks, you are going to get a ray as well. You're going to get the same ray. Can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please? It's a save. As the ray strikes you, you're able to throw off the main effect of yourself as your muzzles feel like they're on fire, but you're able to resist the effect. Right. These creatures are dumb as bricks. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. They will continue just moving forward. They have got 3 possible targets. So, re-rolling falls. So, Joyalee and Lizma. So, Joyalee and Lizma. Okay. So, Joyalee, can you make a dexterity saving throw, please? As a pure green energy shoots out towards you, you just make the save. And you're actually able to move out of the way of this ray as it strikes into the stone around you. And you can see that entire area just turns into dust. And you get the feeling that if that had hit you, that would have been very, very bad. Lizma, can you also make a Constitution saving throw, please? You make the save, so you will take half damage on this one. That's 47 reduced to 25, 23 damage. Yeah, 23 necrotic damage to you. Alright. That is their turn. It's the Chimera's turn. The Chimera must make a Constitution saving throw at the start of its turn.
Yay.
Natural 1. Roll 2d10.
Hey, not bad.
Ooh! That is actually quite painful. You can see its skin is being burned away by the radiant blast. It's roaring out in pain and agony as it strikes around Lizma, Joyalee, and Vorkris. So, Vorkris is going to get the bite. 20. Lizma is going to get the horns. 17. And Joyalee is going to get the claws. 20.
Is it still blinded?
Oh, yeah, so it would be a disadvantage. Oh! I re-roll all that then. So, 8, horns, and claws.
The hell?
So 20 on Vorkris.
He will shield.
17 on. All right. So Vorkris, you bring up the shield, and the dragon head like blasted away by that. 17 to hit you, Lisman, which I believe is a miss. So the horns come bounding towards you, and you bring up your shield and bounce that away. 18 to hit you, Joyalee.
Yeah, that hits.
So the claws from this lion bound down into you, dealing 14 slashing damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yep.
And you lose focus on Moonbeam, and it
Yep.
dispels. All right. Lizma, it's your turn. Can I confirm that you are averting your gaze from the Medusa?
Well, currently I'm looking at the Chimera, so yes.
Yes.
But I am gonna move to the Medusa, averting gaze, keeping my eyes on the ground, and going right next to her.
Right, so the guy will take an opportunity to attack at you at disadvantage.
That's fine.
Goat will have another turn. 12.
Yeah,
No.
I'm good. And then I am going to attack Medusa.
I'll be at disadvantage because you're not looking at her.
Would it? Because I can still see the bottom of it. Like, she's right next to me.
So
This
the way that this works is that if you are averting your eyes away from the Medusa, it is considered that you are not looking at her. So attack rolls against her have disadvantage.
Even if
Do
I
you
could
want-
look at like her body and not her face.
Hold on, let me just confirm the popular rulings on this because this is how I've always known it. Not looking.
Lismer, you don't want to go into that sickening radiance.
maybe stand in
Yeah.
front of her instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could
Medusa
stand in
and
front of her
Hulk.
instead of going into the green light.
Stand
You're
here
gonna be
instead.
you're
Yeah.
gonna be hurting.
When you cannot see a target, you have disadvantage on attack rolls made against it. PHP, page 183 of most spells. It spells that you can see. It will not work if you avert your eyes. No, you cannot look at the floor and retain vision of her. If you avert your eyes, you cannot see her. If you choose to avert your eyes, you might get turned to stone. If you cannot see her, she has advantage on you. So yeah, so from what I can tell, by averting your eyes, you're basically choosing to give yourself disadvantage on attack rolls against her.
That's fine. I'll do that anyway.
But that means you don't have to make the Constitution saving throw against her. She's a tricky opponent, the Medusa.
That's fine. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just try and hit her.
Right, make the attack roll at disadvantage.
And I'll need to roll second one.
Nice.
Fucking hell, yeah! That definitely hits.
Right. Gonna do damage, and then so 11 damage, and then I'm adding a superiority die.
Yeah?
Grappling strike.
Oh, okay.
So it's 1d8. So 6 damage.
Nice.
And so grappling strike, just so you can see. Oh, it's added the damage, but I just ignore that.
So do I need to make an opposed athletics or acrobatics check against yours or a saving throw?
So add a superiority die to your athletics check.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess it's an opposed athletics check. So I'll do mine, and I can add the d8 to that.
16. Me?
Mine 18.
Yeah.
What d8 did I get?
You got 18, so you succeed anyway. So, as you rush up towards her, you sort of shield your eyes away, you slash at her, you feel it connect, and you sort of bound around as she sort of reaches out with her short sword around the column, and you just rub up behind her and grab her from behind the arms and just pin her.
Well, this is a grapple, and I'm not pinned her yet because pin is slightly different.
So, choice of words. Basically, you've grabbed her, and she cannot move.
Cool. Can I still attack?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to attack her with my longsword again.
All right. So, holding on to her with one arm, you bring your longsword up and try to cut down into her head. This is still technically at disadvantage because you're not looking at her.
Even if she's grappled.
Grapple doesn't do anything for
Okay,
advantage or disadvantage.
That's fine. I'll roll it again. Crash.
Yeah, definitely. Nice.
So doing that again. 10 damage. And then I am going to action surge and use my action to grapple and pin her. So I'm going to pin her face down to the ground.
Oh, okay. Right. Another grapple check. So, by the looks of it, so she's not going to apply athletics to this. She's going to try apply acrobatics. 7. Ha!
So I don't think it matters, to be honest. But yeah, 13.
Yeah, so with that, you basically lift her up with her feet and just pin her down to the ground. Now, she can still move around over here, but she is restrained. Well, it's like, no, not move. She can still move her head around, so she can still look at things, but she is restrained and cannot do anything beyond that restraint.
Cool. And that is my turn. Yeah, I think I've exhausted everything I can do there.
Right. This needs to make a Constitution saving throw. No, that is a fail. So, you see a crocodile erupt from the water over here, thrashing about very angrily before it just turns to stone and then just sinks beneath the bottom of the water. Alright, Joy Lee, you're up.
Riley is going to call out, "Please don't freak out, guys. It's just me," and then turn into a giant spider.
Can I just confirm that you are averting your gaze from the Medusa?
I am for now, yes.
Right, okay.
She's going to turn into a giant spider and scuttle up next to Lisma, but outside of the sickening radiance,
Alright.
like so. Actually, would I still be able to see the Medusa?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if he was blocked behind the pillar or anything.
Setting up that paint, so it's 14 and 26. Oh yeah, Kristen's got a thing about spiders.
Sorry.
Jet literally just had to kill another one. I was like, I don't need a repeat.
And that's going to Jessica. Right, so I'll keep the token there, otherwise you won't be able to see without it. But yeah, that's your token there.
Look.
Okay, and you can control that token, by the way, now. So yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so that is your turn. So Cora, you're up.
Thing. All right, so I can't do anything, right?
Yes, you are paralyzed, so you may repeat your Constitution saving throw.
All right.
And with that, you're able to shake the effect off yourself, but I believe that is the end of your turn.
Yep.
Right. Agnes.
Okay, I am going to come up here. I'm averting my gaze until I tell
Okay.
you when I'm not.
All right.
And I'm going to go in my bag and I'm going to grab a scarf out. I've got
Okay.
some fine clothes, so I've got a big long scarf. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hold out the scarf in front of my eyes and try and cover her face with it as much as possible and tie it behind her head so she can't see anything.
Make an opposed grapple check. You can do it at advantage because she's restrained.
Okay, I'm going to use acrobatics then.
Yeah, so will she. 20 from her. Hey!
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So you grab the scarf and you just wrap it around her head. And she's like flailing her arms everywhere, but you basically mummify her head in that brief 6 seconds. Nice. Very creative. Actually, fucking hell, Ellie, you can have inspiration for that. That is very creative.
I guess COVID gives me good ideas.
That
Don't
was
get-
really good.
Don't get COVID, guys. And I'm going to tap Lisma on the shoulder and I'm going to say, keep her hold down there. We believe in you. And I'm going to give him the last bardic inspiration.
All right. Hey,
And that's me.
Vorkris, it's your turn. You no longer have to avert your gaze because her head is completely covered.
Mwahaha, but I'm too busy staring at this chimera that's just stood there staring at me for the last and swiping at me, making use my last level 1 spell slot. So I'll reach out and I will attack him again with Vampiric Touch.
All right. Make the attack roll. He's
25.
I keep on forgetting to roll the Constitution saving throws for this guy. So it basically means he loses it. He should have rolled 4 Constitution saving throws to resist the blindness effect so far.
I mean, even without it, it's still a 24, which I'm assuming still hits.
Yeah, it still hits. So roll damage.
So, as I said, level 4. So, 14 points of damage.
All right, so you grab 2 of the necks of the ram and the dragon, and with your own teeth, you bite into the neck of the lion, and you just suck and suck until the creature literally falls down onto its front paws and knees. Basically dead, but still technically alive.
God damn you! I
Got
really
one.
needed those 12
It's got
HP.
one hit point left.
Oh, of course it fucking does.
Okay, anything else from you, Vorkris?
Bonus action to punch it. Bonus action to punch it.
I mean, yes, I technically could, but it would bug me because I wouldn't get the vampiric bonus shit, which is the only reason I want him to die anyway. I don't actually care about him dying. I'm just going to leave it.
Okay. Right, Baluk, you're up.
Right. I am going to have a look in here again.
Yep.
Obviously noticed that the Chimera's almost dead now. So
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot one of my Eldritch Blasts at that one, and the other one at the what's it called? Zombie beholder thing that I hit last time as well. So the first one I'll do at the. Actually, if my first one misses, I might do both at the Chimera.
So at the Chimera. Okay, so the first one's going for the Chimera.
Yeah.
All right, that is a hit. So the Eldritch Blast flies forward as it's just sort of reeled away from the damage from Vorkris as it's on its head. The Eldritch Blast hits the lion square in the head and blows it up, and you see the ram and the dragon head just flop down to the ground and die. It doesn't matter how much damage you did; it had 1 hit point.
I know, but I like that it's max.
Yeah.
It just flies back.
The kill, baby!
And then the other one against the. That one's probably going to be a miss.
Oh yeah, the Eldritch Blast does hit against the Beholder zombie, but it just boom, kind of deflects on its natural armor.
Right. I'm still not particularly liking what I'm seeing in here, so I'm going to hide behind my pillar again.
Okay.
Because I'm that brave.
All right. Now the Medusa has to make that save that I portented it. Yeah, it was a 9. So
yeah, so she instantly fails.
Okay.
So roll the damage.
40-10 radiant, and then level 14 radiant.
14. And what's your spell save DC?
It should be 16. I don't know why it came up on the thing.
So yeah, so it's an instant fail. So she'll have disadvantage on ability checks. That includes the attempts to escape the grapple.
Right.
That's 14 radiant damage against her. Lovely. Okay, so well, she is going to flail around a little bit, and she's going to attempt to break the grapple, or the restraining grapple. At disadvantage because she's now got 1 point of exhaustion. So 10. Go ahead and make an athletics check, Lisma, and as part of the trait you have advantage on it.
Interesting. I'm not sure how I thought of this, but I'm so glad I did. Athletics on it.
Yeah. Yep, so she cannot move anywhere. She is pinned down, and that is her move. That is her turn. Joe Pricks, you're up.
Okay, so Joe Pricks is going to hit her. Now, do I know her name? I think it doesn't matter now that she's blinded.
You do not. You do not know her name, no.
Okay. Just gonna have to jump out, risk it. So
jump out. She is her head is completely covered at the moment,
Right.
so you do not have to avert your gaze from her.
5, 10. I jump out. I see that's happened, and I will cast Ralathim's Psychic Lance for. She has to make a
intelligence saving throw.
yes.
She's okay. 12. That is a fail.
So what does she end up taking?
Well, there's basically nothing she could do anyway, so she's incapacitated for the next turn as well.
Right. 7d6.
You know, she's already lost her turns. You don't have to add salt to the wounds.
Give her a headache.
Exactly. Have a
She
headache.
screams in agony as the psychic lance goes and pierces into her brain. All right. Anything else you do, Joe Brooks?
Just hiding. Just hiding behind the statue.
All right. So those two dumb as bricks.
Yeah, they
beholder
have to
zombies need to make more con saves. Is it wisdom saves?
I think it's con.
Con saves, yeah. 12 and natural 20.
One's a fail, one's a make.
Do you want to use the damage you did previously, or do you want to re-roll the damage? It's up to you.
I'm fine with 23. 23 is fine for me.
Well, you just rolled the damage, so it's 19 there.
What's that?
You just rolled the damage there, 7d6 for 19 damage.
That was
that's
a different spell.
Yeah. All right, so just go ahead and re-roll the damage.
Far too many spells around.
What is it? It was 40-10 radiant.
Yeah, 40-10, yeah.
21. So the problem, so if it fails, it goes to level 2 of exhaustion.
That's right,
failed.
Yeah.
So level 2 is speed is
half movement speed. So this one here can only float 10 feet. This one took half damage, so that's 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. All right. Okay, so there's quite a lot here. Right, 3 possible targets there. Alright, so Lisma, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? As a beam shoots from this one.
Can I use my reaction to jump in the way to try and take the beam from him and negate my roll?
It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Because it kind of like it targets, like it shoots forth almost instantaneously, basically, and just boom. So you are paralyzed until the end of your next turn, Lisma. Right, so you're paralyzed for a minute, but you can reroll the same at the end of each of your turn. The other one will have.
Well, can I use the bardic
targets.
inspiration on that at all?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Was it D8?
D8.
Fingers crossed. 15?
17. That makes it a resistance, so you resist the paralyzing effect.
Jeez. I was panicking
there. All right, 4. So that's 1. So that going for Agnes. So Agnes, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. That is
I'm
a fail.
going to lucky that and see if I can any better. Try maybe. Nope.
No, unfortunately, the beam hits you and you are restrained. Paralyzed even. Okay. Right. 6 possible targets. No, 7 actually. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is going for Cora. Alright, so Cora, number 3. So can I get a Constitution saving from you, please, Cora? The innovation ray comes towards you. You make the save, so that's 20 points of necrotic damage against you.
Thank God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible targets. 2, 3. So Joy Lee, one of the beams comes towards you. Can you also make a Constitution saving throw as a giant spider, please? I believe yes. It would have to be this giant spider's Constitution save score.
Yeah. That's an 8.
So that is a fail. So you are hit with 32 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
So that will take you out of your giant spider form, won't it?
It will. Yeah.
So that will carry over the damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 damage carries over into your body.
Wonderful. Okay.
All right, that is their turn. The Chimera is down.
Am I also paralyzed?
No, that was just literally just the innovation rate that hit you.
Okay.
All right, Lizma, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm going to attack her with my sword twice.
All right, then. Make the attack roll at advantage.
No, I get this. I'm also cast as restrained, so it just cancels out.
But no, because she's blindfolded, so it would cancel that out. So she's prone and restrained and blindfolded. So you've got 3 forms of advantage there.
Christ. Okay. That's the first one. Not a crit, but it hits. And then
15 is just a hit on him, on her even.
cool. And then
Roll the damage.
yep. So that's 6. And then 10.
Nice. So you just start hacking into her while she's on the ground, and you can see her screaming in agony. Well, you can hear her screaming in agony. These snakes are trying to bite through the silk rag, trying to tear it apart. But yeah, she's helpless at the moment. She's also incapacitated for a turn.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's so many different forms of fucking advantage on there right now. Anything else for you, Elizabeth?
I think that'd be me for now. Yeah, that's me.
What are you gonna do, Jolly?
How I think I'm gonna be better safe than sorry, and I'm gonna stick a moonbeam on her again.
Okie dokie. So immediately, once again, starts incinerating her. And Lisma, you'll sort of have to like back your head away a little bit, basically just sort of direct her head and her like upper body to be targeted by the movies, so you don't get caught yourself. But you're giving yourself some like basically a pedicure with the heat at the moment.
That's amazing.
All right then. Okay, so anything else from you, Joy Lee?
That's it. That's my action. Just gonna hope
All
and
right.
be like, yeah, well, you're not gonna get out of it this time, are you? Like, kind of spitefully.
Okay, Cora, what up?
Okay. So looking at these zombie beholders, now that they're coming close to me, I recognize them as undead creatures. Yeah.
Oh yes, very much so.
All right. So first up, what I'm gonna do is move. I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon. I'm gonna put it on top of Agnes right now because they can share
Righto.
space. And that'll get advantage on her. Yeah. I think so.
Sorry, I just cut out for a second there. You put your spiritual weapon on top of Agnes, is that right?
Yep, just because that's 20 feet, and I'm gonna try and attack the Medusa with it.
Yep.
So that gets advantage on the attack, right?
Correct, yes.
And 2.
Ooh, that definitely hits.
Okay. So 12 points of force damage.
Lovely.
And
Who
I
did
want
they
to
just
throw up
lose?
what I'm gonna do. Who else? Liam, maybe?
Oh, yeah, Liam. He lags out on occasion, so he'll be back. All right, so that's your bonus action. There he is.
That's my bonus action. I think I have to. think I have to do it again. I think I have to try and cure wounds myself as my.
What's your action?
Is there anything? I'd have to move back here to be able to hide from these beholders.
To give you some cover from most of them, not all of them. They've got a pretty wide range view at the moment.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to run for I think that gives here. Sorry, I thought I had this measured out before. Nope, it doesn't give me enough. So she's not going to do that. She's going to do the cure wounds on herself.
Okay, so that's 16 healing back to you.
And she is going to move back and try and take some cover to get a breather. So back in.
All right. Okay. You get the side Baruch on the other side, who's just popping in and out, firing Eldritch Blast after Eldritch Blast. Take your hands over yourself, and you just remove the necrotic power that has washed over you. You feel yourself getting a little bit healthier. All right, Agnes, you're up.
I'm no longer paralyzed.
That is right. You've resisted it, so you've resisted the effect, and you've got control of your body again.
And it's in my turn now, so.
Chris, you're up.
So this beholder over here, is he like ground level with this platform, or is he above it or below it?
He's a little bit above it, about 10, 15 feet or so.
Okay, so I can't reach him. Okay, then I will look over at the Medusa on the floor, all wrapped up and blinded.
Yep.
And I will cast Blight.
Okay. That's
So
a
that is
Constitution saving
Constitution
throw from there, right?
Yep, DC 16.
And she's a little healthy. 15.
That is a fail.
Ooh, fuck me.
Oh,
I am not rolling very well with this woman, am I?
thank God for that.
We've
So
been quite lucky with
29
ours.
points of necrotic damage.
So, Lisma, you feel a
Nice.
jolt, a stinging sensation wash over your body and your hands as you see her writhe in energy as all literal necrotic greenish forms of electricity crackle over her body as a dark mist seeps around on the floor and just ravages her.
And then I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna run away. That's me.
Alright. Baruch, you're up. Baruch? If you are talking, mate, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I
He
think
is-
I was muted.
Yeah.
So I step into the door.
Yep.
I'm seeing, I suppose, some of those beholders floating quite close by.
Yep.
Also those in the green light with the... I am going to Hunger of Hadar in such a
Okay.
point that the Medusa and those two beholders that are in the green area are all affected by it. So that's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Yep, 150 feet of range. Lovely.
Yeah.
So they need to make
At the moment, they don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
That should be in there now.
They are blinded.
But when they start their turn, anything starting its turn in it takes 2d6 cold damage. No save on that. And ending the turn,
take a
dex save or
dexterity
2d6
save.
acid. Yeah, anything completely within it is blinded. No light, magical or otherwise can penetrate the sphere.
Very good.
And I
Very
want
good.
that Yeah, I want that to cut off where the Medusa is, so Lismer and all that are not in it.
Yeah. Okay. So the
I
other...
think it's just behind that beholder. I think the center will be.
So from Agnes's, Lisbeth's, and Joy Lee's perspective, just in front of you, a bubble of black-like energy just erupts into existence with streaks of purple, violet, and power. Envelops inside the constant washing effect of the radiant power that envelops in the area, creating a cavalcade of colours mixing in with each other. And you can see almost, with the two energies combined together, almost lightning storms are starting to gather inside of it. Okay. Well, it is the
And
Medusa's turn.
I'll
Yep.
step back into my little safe corner again. As
You
well.
bravely hide away.
Yes.
Alright.
When danger reared its ugly head, bravely
So-
turned my tail and fled.
Medusa needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Is it? I think it's twice. Is it?
Well, there isn't a save for the cold damage.
No. So yeah. So just roll a 2d6 cold damage.
How do I do that again?
I'll just roll 2d6.
Yeah, no.
Down the left-hand side, hover your mouse over.
Yeah,
Like the second
on
one
the
from the
dice.
bottom.
And you
then
need to
can
roll it
click on.
twice because you got exhaustion.
That. There we go.
7, lovely, and this 17 on the on your spell, Joe Bricks.
17 on the radiance.
Yes.
Okay, 17 will pass. Then. So it doesn't take the full effect. Doesn't take second level exhaust.
No.
I don't know if
It
it's
does take half damage.
Does
I think it is half damage from my understanding. What's
Uh,
the name of the spell again?
Sickening radiance. Let me look.
So that's his turn. The creature must succeed in a Constitution saving throw.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't take. It doesn't take half damage. I've been giving half damage to the one who has been succeeding. Ah, silly me. All right, so that's 7 points of damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's also got Moonbeam on her. Do you want to use the same Constitution roll?
No, I'll re-roll that. I'll
She
re-roll
is
that.
taking a hammer.
Yeah,
22. So half
taking a
damage
beating.
from that.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So Baluk and Joya Lee, would you like to describe me how both of your energies mix together to kill this Medusa?
All right, good job, guys.
It's
Slithering Stillness, my ass.
this is the cold damage, isn't it?
It's the cold
think
damage
the
and the
moon-
radiant damage together.
Yeah, no, sorry, I just meant cold rather than the other one, acid.
Yeah.
So I think the radiance of the beam just becomes slightly bluer. Do you agree with that?
And little like glowy snowflakes form in the
Yeah.
radiance of the moonbeam, and that they kind of like
And the part of her body that's enveloped in it crystallizes over before being burnt away. You can see her chest become muscular, skeletal, and then just disintegrates into ash until eventually all that's left is the lower part of her body, which Lisma has pinned, and her head, which rolls away, and the snakes are still trying to bite through the silk staff. So,
we
Joprix, you're up.
Okay, well that changes things a little bit. Let's see. I can see you creeping around the corner, zombie beholder. I know you're coming to get.
Gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
I know. It's time to run away, run away. So what I will do is I'm just gonna hit it with a magic missile,
All right.
and I am going to run away.
Which one are you gonna hit?
The one that's nearest to me.
Okay. So roll 3d4 plus 3. Ooh, that's nearly maximum damage. Wow.
Nice.
Lucked out.
Yeah, so you just immediately turn around. Part one of its stalks actually falls off, and they can see the lower part of its jaw is like blown half away.
That's the intent. I'm gonna run away.
Run away!
Exactly. I'm gonna try and get down to near where Cora is.
All right then. It is their turn. So,
And
Holder,
five,
two con
30.
saves. So they automatically both take 6 points of cold damage. Only
Huh?
one made the save. And ironically, the one that keeps on failing is the one that failed.
And they still have to. They have to attempt to con save for the radiance, right?
Yes,
They just get-
that's the con saves there. So
Oh, okay.
9 on the one who's failed twice already, and 21 on the second one.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your sickening radiance damage. Fuck me. 19 damage. And now that guy's at 3 points of exhaustion. I'll double check what that does now. Disadvantage
good
on
one.
attack rolls and saving
Yeah.
throws. That zombie's very tired.
It's very exhausting.
Wait.
Just go to bed, right?
Wait. No, don't worry. Oh, I thought they were immune to exhaustion, but they're not.
Don't
Okay,
they die
so-
once it gets set amount of exhaustion?
That's right, yeah.
Christ.
Does the difficult terrain affect them?
They are floating, so I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not quite the ground that is. the
Yeah,
difficult.
then no,
They
then no.
can
So yeah,
go.
so that guy could only
Right.
move there, and that guy could only move one space then. So they still remain inside. This guy 5, 10, 20, 5, 10. No, it won't go there. It'll go there. Yeah. Okay. So, right, 5 possible targets. Reroll the 6. No, 4. So, right, Vorkris and Agnes. So, Vorkris, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Agnes, I need you to make a Dexterity saving throw, please. Actually, no, sorry, I think that's a con save. My apologies. Yes, so 2 con saves from both of you, please.
Sorry, 15. That shouldn't be
15 is a save, so you resist the paralyzing effect. Agnes, that is a fail. So you will take 45 points of necrotic damage.
Well, that hurt quite a lot.
Yeah.
Do I take 22 points of necrotic damage?
No, you take no damage. You got the paralyzation ray, so you're
Oh,
paralyzed.
okay.
Oh, you're not paralyzed because you resisted it. Okay. 1, 2. So d6 reroll the 6. So it's 4. Baruch.
Yep.
Oh, this is a new one. Okay, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yep. I
If you're
shall.
struck by a yellow ray.
Yellow.
Yes.
Does this go through the wall?
It can see you. So it's
fair
this
enough.
one here. Like if you basically
Wisdom, you said, right?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
That is a success. So as it hits you, you feel your senses overwhelmed with a frightening effect, but you resist it. Right.
Right.
Yeah, damage for Agnes.
It's not an attack that hit her, it's an effect.
Okay, no worries.
I also
Okay.
want to point out, Jack, I've got necrotic resistant armor on my sheet.
So then that's halved.
So it is
If you're-
halved.
If,
Yeah.
if you've equipped it, then yes, that is definitely halved.
It's got equipped on there. Macy's been added to, so I'm
Lovely.
trying to think of where it's from, but
Nice.
It was you had Caius make it with the
Yeah.
wolf strider hide or something like that.
yeah.
right,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Thanks for being awesome, Cora.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 6. 2. Joe Pricks. Oh, that's the bad one. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Goodness. Okay. Dex save. The dexterous can it be?
Hmm.
I do have one lucky left.
Yes.
I need it. I'm gonna need it.
Yep, yeah.
Roll it again. There we go.
That is really good. That is really
Wow.
good. The disintegration ray shoots towards you, and you're able just to bop your head away as it cracks into the wall, and part of the door starts crumbling away to ash.
Oh. 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 Gonna need a second. A little bit of pee came out. Okay.
If that hit you, that would have done 45 points of force damage, and that would have killed you.
Oh yeah, I'd have been done.
Oh boy. Lisma, you're up.
Did sorry, the zombies in the
Oh yeah,
Hydra
they'll take the.
Vadani, they
They'll take the. They need to make dex saves. One of them does a disadvantage. A shit at dex anyway. Natural 1 and 9. So they'll take the acid damage as well.
Yeah. Just roll that for you. 8.
Lovely, lovely. Yeah, they start burning away at the seams. In fact, the one that's taking all the exhaustion is looking super rough.
I'm gonna just stand here and just slash out this thing. See what I can do.
All right then.
12. I assume.
12 is a miss, unfortunately. You swing it, you connect, but you just find a much harder part of its undead form. No damage. 26 is definitely a hit. You find a much more softer spot to pierce the sword through.
6 damage.
6 slashing damage, lovely. Get a bit of beholder splatter on your sword.
Yeah. And I'll add a superiority die with guided attack to that.
All right then.
So 7 more damage, and then a wisdom DC roll.
It's actually proficient in it. 22, so natural 20.
Oops, that's fine.
All right. So, Joy Lee, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna step like 5 feet forwards away from the everything nasty,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna thorn whip the beholder that is closest to Vorkris that I can actually reach.
All right then. Make a attack roll, please.
Yep.
That is just a hit.
Okay. So that's 1d6, so 5 damage, and
Lovely.
with my whip, I'm just gonna lash out and then just start pulling it back towards me and away from Vorkris, so like it goes 10 feet back.
And yeah, 10 feet back. Did you say?
Yeah, so I'm pulling it back towards me and also like the sphere of nasty, horrible death and away from Vorkris.
Just 1 second, guys. What's that? Yes.
I just got the skills head. Oh no. Maybe this is just my mini. No, I'll have the wireless one.
Oh yeah. Box. Sorry about that. Cora, you're up.
I'm just going to take a step out real quickly so I can see my spiritual weapon.
You're a little quiet, by the way, Cora.
Is that better?
Much better.
Great. Okay. Just so I can see. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to move anyway. So I'm gonna do a couple of things. 1, 5, 10. I'm gonna move. I think here. Yeah. And then I'm gonna move this guy here. And
Yep.
gonna that guy with
Alright.
thing.
Make the attack roll. Ooh, nice. The spiritual weapon flies forward, and just as Elizabeth finishes cutting it up, he pushes it upwards, seeing the spiritual weapon comes along, and as he pushes it upwards, the spiritual weapon goes straight through the center of the creature and bisects it in two.
Awesome.
Well,
And
now make a
then
Constitution saving throw.
me?
No, he does.
Oh, he does.
See if he continues to function.
Oh, damn it. Zombies.
No, he does not.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's definitely
The one by
bisected.
Lisbon. Okay. Then I'm gonna look up at the sky and I'm going to say, Vervan or Atta, I don't care who, help us. And I'm gonna cast Channel Divinity to turn undead.
Alright then. It's got a 60 feet radius, right?
I think it's 30, so it's only the two by
Right.
me.
16 and 19 to save.
So one of them fails. The 16 fails.
I'll be this guy here.
All right, so he fails, so he will be, I don't know, frightened of me or something. He's gonna have to move away from me.
Yeah, you use the dash action.
Great. Okay. Still kind of scared shitless of the thing that I just saw beam towards Joprix. I'm going to go probably and hang out on the other side of this wall. Is that Baruch?
Alright, that's Cora's turn. Agnes, you're up.
I am going to come over this side, behind this barrier, this little pillar thing, and I'm going to shoot my. I'm going to hide first. See if it makes any difference. Behind the pillar.
Yep, you are definitely hidden.
No one can see me, and I'm going to try and shoot this undead beholder. But I'm going to try and aim for one of the stalks.
Okay.
To see if I can make it stop paralyzing people, because it's not cool.
Alright.
23?
Well, you get to roll advantage because you attack them in stealth.
Yeah. Actually click on. Still 23?
23 definitely hits. So that's 5 piercing plus your sneak attack.
11.
11. Wow. Okay. That was exactly its hit points. So, as you fire the crossbow, it hits the stalk, just it fires as a ray. However, the ray keeps on firing as the stalk flies off, strikes into the creature. It now needs to make a Constitution saving throw to see if it's destroyed by that. 5. So it does make the save. So whilst it's blasted with its own ray, it continues to function.
Wasn't it 5 plus the damage?
Yeah, it's 5 plus the damage, which is
Yeah,
20.
the exact damage that he took was 16.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
So the
fair.
DC was 5.
But it says DC 5 plus the damage taken, not plus excess damage.
Yeah, but I've never liked that. Like, as it's written,
Okay.
yes, but it's daft that if something's got 1 hit point and takes 20 damage, it's the same save as if something's got 19 hit points and takes 20 damage. That's never made much sense, so it makes more sense that it would.
Yeah,
do
I'll be
that.
rolling it in a way that it's gone down to 0, and now it needs to make the Constitution
Okay.
saving throw versus whatever's damage is left. So, Volcaris. So that was Agnes' turn. Did you want to move anywhere?
No, I'm quite happy behind my pole, my pillar.
Volcaris, you're up.
How high is that beholder there?
He's probably about 15 feet up or so. They're not too high.
Okie doke. So I'm going to try and do some athletic parkour shit. Basically, I'm going to jump at him, but just for flavour, I'm going to run up here. I'm going to
That one
bounce
there?
off the snake. Yep, I'm going to bounce off the snake pillar, trying to jump up and reach him and grab him with my vampiric touch,
Make an acrobatics check for me.
which I don't even know will even do any damage anyway because they're undead. But hey, what's the worst that can happen? Awesome!
Oh my god!
And you fly
That's my
upwards
fourth one
and
tonight.
you stack it completely and whack your chin on the side and you fall prone. You don't waste your
Okey-doke.
you don't waste your action. You just basically you fall prone.
Okay, doke. I sit there. I feel ashamed and just like I don't even bother standing up. I just shoot a firebolt at it.
I make an attack roll at disadvantage because you're prone. 15 is just a hit.
14 points of fire damage.
As it blows into its own self, like it struggles to stay afloat. Its undead eyes flopping everywhere. It's very, very damaged.
And that's me. I'm going to stay on
Alright.
the floor.
Baduk, you're up.
Right. I'm going to step into my favourite spot.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So, right, the one with Forcus is very damaged.
Yep.
And the other one that's nearest me is turned, right?
Yeah, that's right. He's turned from Cora.
Yeah. And then, well, I can't see the one that is in the thing because it's all dark there, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
No, but whichever one succumbed to the sickening radiance is emitting a green glow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that permeates the.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason why anyone can see him is because of the sickening radiance in there at the moment.
Yeah.
So the way I'm ruling
Right.
it. So
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, I'll just Eldritch Blast again. First, the one that looks very damaged. I'll keep the other one to see what that does until I've seen
Right.
after what it does. So it's a 26 to hit.
that's definitely a hit. Which one are you hitting? Sorry.
So that was the one to the right. That isn't turned, but that you said looked
That one.
very.
Yep.
Yeah, 14
Alright.
force damage.
So lovely. So as you fire outwards, boom, it blows into the center eye, creating ripples in the entire thing. It now must make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 7. It makes a save, so it continues to function, but it shouldn't be.
And then I'll hit it again with the other one.
All right then.
No, but I'll try to anyway.
This one cracks into the pillar behind it.
All right. I am going to go back to my safe corner.
My safe space.
Yep.
All right, Medusa's down. Joe Pricks, you're up.
Joe Pricks is going to see what Baruch just did, get kind of a good idea. I don't have Eldritch Blast, but I have a Magic Whistle, and I'm going to fire at the same beholder.
Okay, so he'll need to make 3 Constitution saving throws. I'm just going to see if I get like anything under 5. So he does, but the first one might potentially fail, so just roll the damage.
Okay, so it was 3d4 plus 3, right?
1d4 plus 1 that matters.
1d4
We're going to do one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. 1d4 plus. Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. So you understand that's 4. So this is. Yeah, no, that would be enough to. Yeah. The Eldritch Blast blows away the stalks and the body, and it just comes collapsing down on top of Vorkris.
That was the magic missile.
Sorry about that, workers. Yeah, magic. But then I'll take my movement just to see what's going on out there. Probably see the beholder, and they go, "Oh, I died again."
All right. So at the top of the round, he needs to make a Constitution save throw, and he also takes cold damage.
He does. 11
Ooh.
full.
Ooh, he might not even survive this, but this is against the sickening thing. 14, so that's a fail. So right, anyway, this is against your Eldritch Blast. The DC is 15. No, with that, so yeah, the whole thing freezes over and it tumbles out of the air and shatters onto the floor as it gets pelted by radiant blast.
I imagine those tentacles from the Hadar thing just sort of pulling it into its void from where they come, all those separate bits, and just leaving nothing in this.
Num time.
That's the bad place. Don't go into the bad place.
10,
Don't wander into the
15,
bad area, everybody.
20, 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's used his
Yeah,
action to
run away,
dash
you
to
coward.
run away. It's fucking frightened of Cora. Lisma, you're up.
I'm just gonna go back to the group and be like, "All right, guys, what do you want to do? Should we kill that thing or run? Go and catch up, bro." And that's my turn.
Kill everything.
All right, Joya Lee, you're up.
I'm sorry, I'm just checking a couple of things.
Jack, has that alligator moved in forever?
What, that one?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
turned
they
to
turned
stone.
Oh, of course he is. Okay, that's fine.
There are others in there, so they aren't. They're further back, so they haven't noticed everything that's going on at the moment.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna move up to just in front of Agnes.
Yep.
There. And then again.
You will be taking the sickening radiance damage in that space.
Oh,
just so
no,
you know.
you're right. If I move up there, that should be
Yep,
okay.
that's fine. That's fine.
And that puts me still not quite in
Yeah.
reach. Okay.
You were there, right? So
Yeah.
5,
Hang on,
10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah. So, okay, what I'm going to do instead, I can move my moonbeam 60 feet as an action.
Yes.
I'm going to move my moonbeam out to, how do I do the show where the thingy is again? Sorry?
You press and hold as you're on the select the arrow.
Right. So I want to move the moonbeam like here.
Okay. The moonbeam is there.
Thank you.
All right then. So that's your action. All right. So I think that is everything from you then, isn't it? All right, Cora, you're up.
Okay, so I would let everybody know that it will continue to run away from me until it takes some damage, I believe.
That's right.
Or a minute.
Yeah.
Or a minute, yeah. I don't even see that though. Until it takes damage, right? So that being said, now if it continues to run into that moonbeam and it takes damage, it's coming back towards us. So I would suggest, if we're not going to go up on the offense, that at least when it's coming back around, we defend ourselves, and maybe I'll hold actions to blast it at once. And with that, I will hold a. It didn't look very wise, right? I will hold a Toll the Dead on it for as soon as it starts to try and come back towards me.
All right. I just get. We're basically going to cycle through pretty much everybody until then. Can you all tell me what your actions you'll hold at that moment?
I won't hold. I'll throw a firebolt at the beholder that's not quite dead yet.
There's only one left, and it's on its way to the moonbeam.
Well, it's on its way to the moonbeam, but I'll hit it with the firebolt while it's going.
If you hit it with the firebolt before it gets there, the moonbeam won't do anything though, because it will just immediately turn around and come back to us.
Yeah, no, let it hit the moonbeam. I would let it hit the moonbeam.
What I'm saying is everybody holds their actions for when it hits the moonbeam, and when it does, everybody just gets a free attack on it.
Right.
Why would us hitting it affect its thing? It's still got to run away from Cora. It's still scared of Cora.
Once it takes
damage.
Yeah, once it takes damage, it breaks out.
When it takes damage, it's going to turn around and go back into the fray. So basically, what is happening is in that moment before it hits the moonbeam, you can all basically set something up because it's not going to
Okay.
be its turn.
I will set up
until,
a firebolt
much
then.
later.
But
Yeah.
I didn't realise that's how Frightened worked.
I'm
No,
gonna.
it's basically it can only use its action to run away. You can see what's going to happen, and I'm just like, I just saving a little bit of time really, instead of having to cycle for everybody's actions. Like, well, I move here, I hold this action. Just tell me what you're going to do, basically.
I'm gonna set up my ass on this step and have a breather.
Okay, so Elizabeth's taking a
I'm
breather.
I
I'm
think
gonna-
it's a turn the undead thing, Rich.
I'm gonna hold a psychic lance at that's upcast to it's my 5th level slot.
All right
So-
then.
That'll be in. I don't know if you want me to put it in the chat now or not.
Oh, well, I'll
It's fine.
save for it. I'll do the save now, just so.
I've walked
Yeah,
into the
calm.
room because I'm very brave,
Yep.
and I'm holding Eldritch Blast.
All right, so you hold the Eldritch Blast.
I'm going to walk right up to the edge of the water and hold a produce flame.
Okay. Produce flame. Hold on.
Yeah. It can be used as a attack range
Oh,
spell.
yeah. No, I was just checking to see if it was a con spell, but a concentration spell, but it isn't. Okay. Right. Agnes, what do you hold?
This is actually round 10, so this is when heroism would collapse. By the way, Lisma.
Well done for checking on that.
Yeah, I know. I've been keeping an eye on it. And if it's still alive after it comes out the moonbeam, I'll shoot an arrow at it. Bolt
All
at
right
it.
then. Okay. Cora, what action do you hold?
Me, I'm holding the Toll the Dead, the rabbit
Hold it
scream.
Okie dokie. Right, so it will flow into the thing and immediately get pelted and blasted by the moonbeam. So that's a con save. It's a fail. So this will now activate everybody's actions. So it failed on the thing. So yeah, everybody roll your damage. I'll do the wisdom save for the Toll the Dead. 16 on the save against you, Cora.
Fail.
Nice. So 18.
Like, if this thing doesn't just blow up, I'll be impressed.
Minus 13.
Right,
I mean,
that
the hand
13 was,
crossbow just.
that 13 was to hit, not.
Oh, the 13 is a miss then. So
Yeah.
I'll add that 13 on. Alright, so that's a 16 fire damage from Vorkrus.
Yeah.
And Eldritch Blast 2 hits. Just checking one little thing.
This thing's got to be super dead.
It's gonna be
Technically, no, it failed because Toll the Dead. No, that's necrotic damage, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
necrotic
So,
damage.
yeah, it's not being hit with radiant energy. So technically, it's
Well,
undead
the
fortitude
moonbeam
survives.
is. The
Yeah,
moonbeam.
Oh, it
Moonbeam's
is.
radiant.
Yeah, so yeah, it is destroyed then, basically, because the radiant
Oh,
damage
good
prevents
call.
it from regenerating or existing. So
Oh,
yeah,
good call.
basically, you fire all of your spells, your weapons at it. It strikes the undead behold. You just see stalks and an eyeball fly into the walls and slide down into the water. And with all that, you all take a deep breath as combat has come to a close.
Yay.
And throws up everywhere.
Vorkus
Yeah, I was gonna say probably vomiting more.
I'm walking up to sort of 10 feet away from my Hunger of Adar and just stare into it until it goes away.
Eventually, it does cease to
Whilst
exist.
Yeah,
he's
I'm gonna
doing
drop.
that, I'm going to go up behind him and just start, like, tying sticks into his hair and stuff. Taking advantage of the fact that he's distracted to just tease him a bit.
I'm gonna drop concentration on sickening.
Alright, so that both of the bubbles just fade away.
Once it's gone, I'm just prestidigitating myself to get all the bubble out of everything.
Lismer, You know how like Agnes was able to take the Wolf Strider stuff back to what's his Zaza
Zaza.
and get the stuff made. I think her head would probably be pretty useful.
Not a bad idea. And Lisbeth would just, without hesitation, chop her head off.
Her head's already been chopped off. Well, basically, her upper body was completely destroyed, leaving only her lower body, and her head actually rolled away.
Right.
And the head, there's still movement underneath that scarf. The snakes are still biting.
Okay, Lisbeth would. Has anyone got a bag? Have I got a bag? Have I got a bag?
I've got a bag. I've got the bag of holding.
No, I mean something so we can handle her. Like, so we can actually. I don't want to be bitten. Do you want to be bitten? I've had enough of being bitten by snakes.
I have a backpack. We could chuck her in the back. We could chuck her in my backpack. I'll take all the crap out of it. I'll just chuck her head in the backpack.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you. I would probably like use my shield as a shovel to just whack it in.
Okay. As a Vorkris, you can put in your inventory Slithering Stillness head. And this is an item you can use. As an action, you can present the head, and all creatures within 30 feet that can see it must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or begin the petrification process.
Nice.
On their next turn, if they fail the Constitution saving throw again, they are petrified. This does not discriminate.
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
That could come in very handy, especially against New Order.
She was supposed to have one of the keys, right?
She was.
Agnes.
But there's also like a big. Agnes has just gone to the loo. There's also like a big switch above the throne that might do something.
So that's what she would be saying. Agnes, I know she's in the potty. There's that big switch up there. I know that you're really good at being able to figure out like how things connect and see if it's trapped. You might want to go and take a look at that.
Before we go pull any switches, does anybody want a little bit of healing?
Yes.
Just in case pulling the switch.
Yes.
Okay.
Heck yes.
Let me just check. I have okay. So I can do a cure wounds on everybody who said yes. So I think that was Vorkris, Lisma, and Joprix.
Yeah, unless I mean, do we have time to take a short rest and use hit dice? You want to save your spell slots?
I think
Just
like
we on
we are in order for
timeline?
a long rest at this
Yeah.
point.
yeah, I'm just a bit concerned that we might pull this lever and then an army of little snakes might come
Right.
out.
Right. Might be worth at least.
Oh, you are not in a safe area for a long rest. I'll let you know that.
No.
Yeah.
Even
Okay.
a short would be an hour, right?
To be clear, Cora doesn't want to hang out here.
Yeah, I reckon a quick cure wounds, and then we'll go pull levers and hope that we don't get attacked, and then we'll try and get the hell out of here and find somewhere safe to.
We have some healing potions too, right?
I didn't
If
think
you
we
didn't
did.
want to use all of your magic.
Well, I'm happy to use what I can on if people need it, and then or if they would prefer healing potions or whatever. Just let me know what you guys want.
Yes.
I have a beat of force.
I think probably cure wounds. And if we're not going to do a rest,
cure wounds, please.
That'll work.
All
Thank
right
you.
then.
Okay, so we've got one.
I'll have the first one. Cool.
2.
I'll take one of the other ones.
And
Thank you so much.
Sorry about that.
Who's worse off, Lismer? How are you?
I was on 17.
I got 16.
wow.
So it doesn't matter. You take the bigger one.
17 out of 86.
I'll take the 3. I'll take the 3. You take 4. All right, I'll take the 4. You take the other one.
I'll just make sure to be up front so you try not
There you go.
pay attention. Yeah, I took a lot of damage there.
Okay. So you spend a few minutes healing each other, applying first aid to your wounds. Lismo, you investigate the Medusa, but there's really nothing else left of her beyond her head and her legs. So,
Guys, I really can't see it. Like, what could this key have been? The only other thing is that switch up there, so we'll just Agnes go have a look, I guess.
Yeah.
I would probably follow up behind Agnes just in case, or actually,
Okay.
I'd go ahead and let Agnes follow me just in case anything attacks.
Okay, all right.
Can I just, whilst I was cure wounding Vorkris,
Yeah.
I kind of like, I was trying to pull that giant undead thing away from you. Why did you jump at it? Do you have a death wish? As I'm like cure wounding him.
It's the only way I can heal myself is by sucking the life force out of other things, so I need to touch it. And
Oh.
nothing else was anywhere near me. So I
I see.
tried,
Ah.
but I tripped and fell down and hurt my knee.
Sorry for pulling it away then, and I'm just going to pat him on the knee with like the healingy hands.
Yay!
All right. So as you guys make your way across the room, over the steps where the throne lays, you can see down into the water the various shadows of more crocodiles down there. You're able to make your way up the stairs, all the way to the back, where that lever lies. Would you like to
I
pull the
check
lever?
for any inscriptions. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Is there any way to make the pictures of who's in it get moved to the background and my character sheet to the foreground?
If
do
you
you
just double click on the top of the character sheet, it'll like minimize down to a little bar thing, and then you can just double click to reopen it. You've got to do it at the top, along the actual bar at the top, where it changes to the movie.
Okay,
Cursor.
so look around, Eric, and you can find pictographs in the walls above the water, some inscriptions in the circular dais, and then in the back wall where the snakehead lies. And utilizing your ability to be able to read all languages, it tells an interesting tale. Back when Greyhelm was a thriving civilization, a being known as Zarius arose in the north and spread his all-encompassing madness of opposites. The followers of Zarius began a cult in Greyhelm. Eventually their influence spread until they turned several key important figures under the mountain. They established a foothold in the north west of Greyhelm, began a civil war that ended up with Greyhelm fracturing into factions, each vying for power, none of them taking the threat of this Zarius seriously. And then, a dragon by the name of Zorazath eventually took a lair in a secured section of Greyhelm and turned himself into a Dracolich under the orders of Zarius. When Greyhelm was sufficiently weakened itself from the infighting, the cult of Zarius struck out with Zorazath at the helm, culminating in a large battle that created the Bone Plains. When the faction's armies wasted, the followers of Zarius began spreading out, so the leaders and the minds of the factions began frantically looking for a way to stem the invasion. The faction of Cairgorlan, with their brilliant minds, developed a transportation system to swiftly respond to the various areas of Greyhelm. Backed by the warrior faction of the Jorgotans, they staved off the fall for Greyhelm for decades. In that time, the leaders of the factions began working together to find a new solution. Amunet proposed that Greyhelm be sealed off from the world, utilizing her faction's great magics. If the problem could be contained, it could be managed. Platita, leader of the Cairgorlan clan, developed various constructs for the sole purpose of destroying the followers of Zarius. He taught them to adapt, to become unstoppable weapons of war. He called them the Gorgons. But he did not anticipate that these Gorgons would end up targeting all sentient life to starve Zarius of any potential followers. He developed these Gorgons from the Medusa that the Jorgotans captured from the enemy. This Medusa was known as the Slithering Stillness, and she burned with hatred for Zarius' followers for the curse they had put on her. However, Aorn, leader of the faction of remaining royals within Greyhelm, had already been turned. He revealed the faction's plans to Zorzarth, who immediately targeted the Kergoran and their city. Latiter, in a last ditch of desperation, sealed the city with a magical barrier developed by Ummet. Carlin, leader of the Jorgotans, was defending outside when they were all cut off. Carlin had one key, and he trusted nobody with it, except the Medusa, one who had already been exposed to Zarius' corruption and still hated him. Carlin fought through the city to reach her hidden lair and gave her the key. He was under the orders to defend it for all time until he returned. He never did, and then the inscriptions get steadily madder after that, and you can make the deduction that the Medusa went mad after what was quite possibly thousands of years of isolation. Even by the looks of it, capturing and raising monsters to act as playthings for her. And that is when the inscriptions and the pictographs kind of trail off into gibbering nothingness.
I did relay this to the party as best as I can. And I do feel a bit saddened.
I mean, I don't feel too sorry for her.
Joprix, the throne itself looks like just to be a seat of authority, really. It looks like she constructed it herself with the petrified remains of various smaller animals, as well as skinning other animals she did not petrify to create the lever of the seat itself. And many of the depictions that Baruch has just been able to translate actually come from this throne itself.
Okay, thank you. That's gross.
Orcris doesn't mind as he takes a nice seat in it.
Yeah, I mean, death. It's not really going to bother Borkus, is it?
Are these like brass knobs on the side anything, or are they just decoration?
They're just decoration.
Okay.
Where the Medusa was like, I know her body disintegrated or whatever, but did she drop that lovely bow thing she was using?
Yeah, why not?
I would.
It just functions as a longbow, but she did have a quiver of snake arrows. She utilized 4 of them, so there's 16 left. Basically, if you hit a creature with these snake arrows, they take an additional 2d6 poison damage.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Agnes, you're better with like ranged things than I am. Would you rather use a longbow instead of a hand crossbow?
If not, I've got a longbow that I use.
Okie doke. I don't think Agnes can use a longbow, to be fair. So, yeah, Lisma, have some snake arrows. 16 of them.
Take and put in my bag, but I'm cringing slightly because they're snakes.
Yeah, but they'll
PTSD
do
is
poison
triggered.
damage.
They could come in very handy, actually.
Right, Lisma,
Is it lever flipping time?
you want to activate the lever?
I will ready a Eldritch Blast for anything that comes out once the lever is pulled.
Anything harmful?
I am quite skittish at the moment. So probably anything that would sort of move,
That's fair.
I might.
Or just
I
wants to
stand
make sure
very
you're
still.
not going to destroy the key that we're trying to potentially get.
Yeah, anything living.
Alright. You see a fly go over in the corner.
Yeah, I'd shoot that.
Okay, Lisma, you pull the lever.
Let's see what happens.
You all immediately hear a flushing noise. And you can see the water immediately lower and lower and lower. And it only takes about a minute for it to lower. And you can see the various crocodiles that were still in there. They are being pulled and sucked away into this drainage system. And they disappear into it. It's eventually all the water in the room is drained, leaving probably about 3, maybe 4 dozen statues of various large creatures, including chimeras, crocodiles, and more of those chulls. Underneath the throne, you see a large treasure pile. This includes.
Porpoise lifts his legs up and lets someone scrape it out from underneath the throne.
I know, so not it's like the throne is on a platform. The platform is
You're
suspended
pooping
over.
treasure.
Yeah, the treasure is underneath the whole platform itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all ancient gold pieces or ancient coinage, but together, you guys, without any adversary, you'll be able to gather this amount of money. This is sorry, that should be APP, AGP, ASP, and ACP.
Nice.
There is 10 gemstones worth about 10 gold pieces in all of them, totaling about 100 gold pieces in total. They're made of blue quartz, turquoises, agates, and obsidians and such. There are 2 large gold bracelets in there, and a box of turquoise animal figurines. Some art pieces worth about 250 gold pieces. Interestingly, there are some choice items in there. They don't seem particularly magical, but they're sort of like it may have been special to the Medusa in some way. There is a spinning wheel, a sketchbook that sort of depicts the astral sea and unfamiliar creatures, a drum used in religious rites with a foreboding echo to each beat, and there is an extensive historical record in the form of carefully knotted strings. Pretty much depicts the same thing that has been on the walls. You get the feeling this lady had a lot of time on her hands. And on top of them all is a spiral-like stone that's striped with orange and red and hums a small like kind of noise.
Do we feel that would be a keystone?
It could very well function as a key. It certainly has a magical presence about it.
Okay, and it was a magical barrier that we were trying to get through, so that would make sense.
If I know that this one isn't supposed to react in the same way as it does to its polar opposite key. But if I take out the wheel, do I at least like maybe identify any similarities between the two things?
No. They're very different architectural designs.
No, I meant like magical energy coming off of it.
Well, they both are magical, but I would say the key itself is it's emitting a ancient-like magic, whereas the wheel is emitting a foreign divine magic. If that makes any sense.
Alrighty. But this is supposed to be the chained hull and stone. Does it look like it's chained in any way? Or at least, not that this is supposed to be it, but. Well, I can try and detect magic to make sure that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's a Hallenstone. I think so. There was a barrier protecting the palace, wasn't there, where we first tried to get to, and we got
Hmm,
told the keystone for that was here. Well, was the Slithering Stillness had it.
right.
In the palace, there might be a chainstone.
Chainstone. Um, I think maybe Kristen, not so much Cora, detect magic wise, was also looking at like the spinning wheel. I don't
Oh
want
no,
to.
it's not. They're not magical in that sense. They just seem to be items that were special to Medusa in some way.
Would, however, suggest keeping them because I know that the fey creatures in the dome that we were in were looking for little trinkets, like somebody gave her a sock or something.
Yeah.
And these might be good trinkets to give.
Yeah, that's a very good
yes,
idea.
this sketchbook might like be cool to compare anything to your sketchbook. I don't know.
Agnes's is much better.
Yeah, no, I mean, this art is totally way worse than your drawings, which are really, really great. I was just saying that maybe comparing creatures like these creatures are also maybe in the astral sea or, well, I didn't mean to insult you, Agnes. I'm sorry.
I kind of like open up the pictures, and I'm kind of like, ugh, it's disgusting. Oh, what is this monstrosity? It's so vile. Would you like me to keep hold of this book? The sketchbook.
If you want, if I can put it in the bag too. It's up to you.
Well, you guys have gathered what you can of this place, and knowing that Zurich was holding off the enemy, I would say you guys would hastily make your way over towards him, as when you could, only to discover quite literally dozens of bodies and a very bloodied Zurich. Not hurt, as in like he got hurt, as in like he's got their blood on him, and he just kind of looks at you and says, "I think I scared them off."
Is Breezy with him?
He points out over the horizon where you can see Breezy is currently flying there, and she is singing her song, and you can see in the immediate area dozens of abandoned are encroached by this song and just falling off of the edge to their doom.
Breezy, proud that you're.
She just continues to sing. She's well over 300 feet away from you, which is a good thing. So,
Yeah, Cora would still shout at her.
so Zurich looks at you and says, "Well, have you got what we need?"
We got it. We
I
got
think
it.
so.
Let's go. You guys make a beeline directly to the bridge and the gates.
Absolutely.
All right. Who did we just lose?
Rich.
Rich. Utilizing the directions from Baruch and Joy Lee, who have already been there, Breezy will see that you're moving out and she will fly down. Oh, sorry. When I say fly, I mean like she's basically hovering. She can't fly very well because her feathers are still basically gone. Like your cure wounds have helped her, that allowed her to be able to do this basically. Yeah, it's just like as she gets back, she looks like she's actually in a lot of pain, and she's like, if you can understand her core, she basically says, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. Guys, make your way throughout the streets, which have now been significantly cleared thanks to the actions of Breezy and Zurich. You are able to get your way to the bridge. Crossing overwards, eventually you come up to a gargantuan gate. Old. Main gate is old and ravaged by time. Though acting as a layer of it is a very real yellow protective enchantment. It shimmers with radiance and power, and the arcane symbols are equally as unknown. What to do?
Do the symbols mean anything?
They're literally just depictions of the arcane symbol of how it works, basically, the spell itself.
Where's that stone? Just maybe put it on it, push it through. I don't know.
We start by holding it close.
There's definitely a louder hum coming from the key now. Oh.
I feel like we're gonna play a game of hot and cold with it. So I can take it and push it closer and see if it gets louder, and then pull it back to see if it gets quieter.
Yeah, it does apply. It does work in that sense.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go in with it?
Take the lead on that if you.
You can't go in on your own.
What if we all like just hold each other's shoulder or something and walking in single line going?
What do you guys like to do?
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do this shit.
I think, yeah, the whole like arm in arm kind of thing.
I'm going
There's
through the door.
As you
Brendan, enter.
as you apply the key to this barrier, there's a low rumbling that shakes dust and pebbles from the walls and the gate itself. The barrier rolls backwards into itself, folding and shifting until only a small stone of energy is visible, floating in the very center of this structure, about 20 feet above you. As you approach, the gate opens almost automatically, with an echoing screech and scrape as this ancient mechanism comes to life. On the other side is a long and wide corridor that stretches back at least 250 feet, where an orange dim glow can be seen on the horizon. You funnel inside, beholding the ancient statues embedded on the walls on the inside. Short-statured creatures with pointy ears, disproportionate heads, and strange facial markings.
Can I just ask if the barrier closed behind us as we came past, as we came through?
It did not, no.
Okay. We could be getting attacked from the rear at some point as well.
Were there any drawings in the sketchbook that resemble these statues?
Well, actually, the statues are very similar to the petrified creatures that you saw in the Slithering Stillness's lair.
I think they're the abandoned.
Can I reach out with my mind to one of these to see if it's also a creature?
There is no response. These are just statues.
Okay.
However, as you are all taking this in, you pause. Your passive perceptions pick up a humanoid creature hiding poorly behind a nearby rock.
We're not here to hurt you, strange little creature. We just need somewhere to rest.
You call out. The creature shifts. It slowly steps out from behind the rock to reveal a life form you have never seen before. Blackened skin all over, with hints of lime green. Old head and pointy ears. Black eyes. It is wearing tight-fitting clothes made of leather and fabric. It doesn't have a nose, but 2 nostril slits, a thin mouth, and is about 7 feet tall.
A big guy, not little guy.
It watches you with an inquisitive look.
Do you understand us?
I understand you. My
Good.
God speak is not good. Hello.
Are
Hello.
you? Are you an Ojibwe?
No.
Hmm.
I am an offspring of Platita. I am Lilis.
Are you alone?
Oh, I live here with the others.
Can we come
You-
in?
Yes. I was scared. We have not contact with beyond since the ceiling.
Ceiling.
Which
Ceiling.
Oh,
was
ceiling,
sealed.
not the
Sealed.
ceiling.
Feeling as in being sealed,
Sealed
away,
away.
not from the
Gotcha.
roof. Okay.
Gates closed forever to protect from the traitors and madness.
Sounds like you'll have lots of questions, and I'm sure we'll have lots of questions for you. But we could really do with a rest and something to eat. Could you take us somewhere safe? And then maybe we could have a conversation.
I take you to Caer Gordon.
Guys, what do you think? Shall we go?
Yeah, he seems friendly
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, I
He
think
hasn't
so.
tried to eat us, which everyone else has so far.
Right.
Can
Yeah.
I do an insight to see?
Yeah.
He's been quite like honest, like upfront with us. But can I just do
Well,
an
the big
insight?
major thing is it's the first creature that you have seen that's speaking your language.
Indeed.
That's one of the questions. Don't worry about that. It's more about whether we should trust this guy.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Um, I'd like to do the same, but I'd also like to see how he's looking at us.
Yeah.
But if he's perceiving any one of us differently, including Breezy.
Okay, so Agnes, it's more actually a case of whether or not he doesn't know if he can trust you. Like he's tense. He's definitely scared. But as you are approaching him with a sense of friendliness, he is reciprocating this. Cora, you much get the same look, but he's like looking at everybody with just a complete air of unfamiliarity about it all, including Breezy. It's almost as if he's never seen creatures like you before. Oh, I take to Caer Gordon. Yes? You will see offspring of Platita. Yes?
Please.
Then come. Come. And he gestures for you to follow him. He starts walking back behind the rock where he was hiding. He picks up a small bag full of bits and pieces into it. He starts walking down the long, wide corridor towards the orange glow.
Guess we follow along.
Yep.
As he continues walking, he keeps on watching over his shoulder, like he's never seen creatures like you before, so he's staring, basically, taking you in. Where have you come from?
A land far, far away. We have only recently come to this world, and we're just trying to explore and find out more about it.
See. What is it like? beyond the rock and the cavern.
At the moment, it is beautiful. There is lush trees, grass, all matter of plant life, but there are dangers out there as well, which maybe it is
Does
maybe
the
it is good
madness
that you're
still exist?
the madness. I do not believe so. We haven't been here very long, but none of us seem to be mad.
Are you talking about what Zarius does?
You should not mention that name here. It brings bad omen.
He who shall not be named?
Voldemort.
We should that's a really good nickname for him. Could we call him?
live in protection and fear of his acolyte, Zorzaf, the Lord under the mountain.
He's still here. He took two of our friends.
I apologize to hear that.
Cora starts weeping.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind.
Cora's crying, and Jodie's just going to kind of like reach out to gently like put her hand or something to try and give some comfort.
Did he tell us his name yet?
Yes,
Lila.
his name is Lilas.
Lilas.
She looks down and smiles at you, Joelia.
Lilas, my name is Joe Briggs.
Oh, Peaks. That is a very strange name.
It is. It is. Then I would reach out my hand slowly to kind of shake hands.
He looks at it with a complete air of unfamiliarity.
This is a greet. It's a form of greeting. I take your hand gently, right, just like this. And then
He
this is how
watches
we
you with
greet.
like apprehension as you shake his hands, and he's like, "Oh, huh, strange way."
It's a custom where we come from. It usually means that we're coming together amicably.
Oh, their greeting then.
Yes, yeah, a greeting.
We do this, and he steps forward and he interlocks his leg, like his right leg with your left leg, and kind of like conjoins at the thighs a little bit, and there's like a brief like sort of application of force. It's not in the sense of like he's trying to trip you up. It was more a case if you didn't have stable ground, you'd probably be sort of tripped over a bit.
Oh, all right, okay, yeah, that's good. Yep. Oh, okay, big
It
guy.
is
Okay.
to show we Koyagolan walk together. Each step is same step.
That's a beautiful symbolism. I like that. Thank you. Thank you,
What
Lilas.
does what does handshake mean? Simple.
Very similar. Very similar. That we kind of that we walk kind of hand in hand, right?
I don't think that's what that means.
Well, I mean, in a way, I mean, that we walk as friends. That we walk together as friends.
I see.
Very many short people in your society, do you?
No, no, sure. I am considered average in height, but you are all smallest creatures I have ever seen.
I don't think the leg thing. I don't think your greeting, as lovely as it seems, is going to work with somebody of my height.
Yes, you are like baby.
I am not. I am fully grown.
I think it's just getting lost
You
in
tantrum like
translation.
baby.
He's just saying like you are the size of their offspring, just like Well, I've never seen another Furlbrook, but I assume that when they come out, they're probably your size around. Like,
Hmm.
This way. And nearly there. And as you get closer and closer to this outcropping, it gets a little hotter. Eventually the cavern opens up. You are encroached with a massive pool of lava, active magma tectonic plate. Probably about 2 miles below you. A massive bridge goes across this area into a city with buildings that are very much active, structures, life. You can see a city full of thriving individuals. A city of Cairgorlan.
we can call it
This
a city.
is my home.
Beautiful.
It has survived with each other.
Amazing.
Yes. All I ever know.
Do you have any blacksmiths? Any people that make like armor and weapons?
If you have coin to trade,
I would just be interested in some of their techniques. I'm a blacksmith myself, but
course.
we also have some resources. Maybe we could trade instead.
We are self-sustaining. We feed ourselves. We create ourselves.
We have some coin.
What do you
We would-
eat?
We have eat mainly fungi, but we also have meat from livestock.
You have mushrooms.
We do. We also grow plant grown in fire. You will be welcome here. We have long awaited more of those who speak Godspeak.
God speak.
Is that what you call this language, Godspeak?
Yes,
Why?
we learn Godspeak from Acolyte. He came from Ata several years ago.
What is the acolyte's name?
Well, we wish to inspect the stone of Ata. He said Ata needed to reinforce the protections, and he called himself Miles Cadenu.
You saw Miles.
Miles, yes. I,
But you have the stone?
yes.
Okay.
We will want to speak to our Lord, Gordon.
Is there somewhere we could rest first? It was a long battle.
I can take you to place of worship. I can take you to place of rest. I can take you to place of pleasure, or I can take you to Lilith's house, personal house.
They all sound fun, but maybe place of rest first.
Yeah,
Took a lot out of me.
we can explore this place once we've rested up and create a plan.
Well, I'm sure many people will be wanting to be speaking and knowing you.
We would be
Understand
honoured.
that. We will make our way through all the people and learn everything we can as well. Happy to share information.
We are happy to welcome peaceful Godspeak, the Lord of Kergorlan. I'm
Do
sure
you
we'll come speaking soon.
what money or coin do you trade in? Do you use these, and I'll just take out one of the ancient coins?
Yes, that is trade coin.
Perfect, guys. I think we could make a lot of this place.
And as you
Think they
guys
have some
begin,
receipts?
as you guys begin walking across the bridge with Lilith in tow, you can already see that a bit of a crowd is being gathered at the other end of the bridge as these creatures, whatever they are, seem very, very excited to meet the strangers from another land. But we'll call it a session there, guys.